Welcome back. Love Boat Project, episode number 85. I am your host, Mike Taylor. With me, as always, my co host, Mike Robertson. Ahoy, Mike.
Hey, Mike, I 100% have used a framing like this before, but it's very true in this episode. How was the weirdest thing in an episode that involved a woman pretending to be a alien plant not the weirdest thing in this episode?
That's funny. That's funny. This was, ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat on this listen because well,
An
I don't want to
episode that
spoil it.
had twists where you didn't need them and twists where they didn't need them.
Yeah.
So,
We're talking about season 4, episode 8, episode 10, if you're counting the two-parters as
oh,
one
no.
episode.
Boo.
Episode 8. Titled Captain's Triangle Boomerang and Out of This World. I only wanted to announce two of them.
What's Boomerang? What is it?
Boomerang's
Boomerang? No, I know what it is, but why?
Why?
Yeah, is it the prelude to the Eddie Murphy movie?
Wasn't Eartha Kitt in that movie too?
Yeah, she was.
I believe she was. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like now I'm thinking about that title. Really doesn't. Are they just don't want to give you anything because they're M. Night Shyamalan in this storyline? Is that why?
How do you not just do ring something? Right?
Always ring ahead.
Yeah.
Something.
Marriage. the spouse rings twice. Like something.
Something.
Yeah. But they're so ham-fisted with their titles, and then they had one that I'm sitting there and I'm like, Boomerang, and I'm trying to do the math on it because it didn't really go. I guess it went back and forth.
Maybe if he was Australian, maybe I don't. That's the only way
he was Australian. If he was the Australian host of Red Zone channel,
right, or
or To Catch a Predator,
or To Catch a Predator, exactly. I think I had him listed as is this the same guy that ruined NFL Red Zone? So,
or Pizza Delivery,
yeah. It's not even safe to. Original air date, Saturday, December 13th, 1980.
Brr.
Yeah, Mike, let's get comfy. This What Else Is On may take a minute. Interesting night of television, Mike. We said last week it's December. I'm starting to feel a little Christmassy, Mike. I don't know about you. I'm feeling the holidays a little bit.
Coin a phrase, tis the season.
Tis the season.
Yeah.
NBC from 8 to 9. Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell sisters. Special guest. Weird special guest. Ray Stevens. The Crippler? Was he stretching out the Mandrell sisters for an hour on NBC? What's going on there?
Boy, I hope he did the streak.
ABC 8 to 9. Breaking Away. This thing is not long. Episode titled Knowing Her. Moocher. What a name for a character. Moocher. Moocher lands a job as a movie theater usher. Mrs. Stoller enrolls in a real estate course taught by an attractive widower. Romance enters Cyril's life in the form of a co-ed. It could just say words.
I don't. These names are like straight out of Centennial or something.
Right. Well, for fans of the Breaking Away movie, because if I was a fan, maybe I'd go and maybe I'd be saying, what's Moocher up to?
This has 30-something vibes. This feels very like early yuppie. A lot of talking, a lot of Cyril. Nobody's named Cyril. Like what?
Just crunching and eating and talking. Just lots of.
And you think bike riding, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure.
Because there is no Chariots of Fire series that we're mixing it up with, right? So
no, I think they wouldn't have a name like Moocher in Chariots of Fire. Just a hunch.
They did. Though.
It would be great. New to the project store, the Moocher action figure from Chariots of Fire.
I would wear some. I would wear some Moocher swag.
Moocher was right. Like we could do a whole thing. CBS
I'm with Moocher.
I'm with Moocher. My other car is a Moocher. Like you could do lots of stuff.
Bicycle is a Moocher.
CBS, the most interesting network of the evening, starts your evening from 8 to 8:30 with a holiday special.
Dun, dun, dun,
Bugs
dun.
Bunny's
Oh.
Looney Christmas Tales,
Oh, wow.
an
Star
animated all animal production of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Who do you think played the ghosts? Was that big orange guy like the future? Googly
Fudd.
googly.
I feel like
Fud.
Fudd's a ghost.
Fud's a
Yosemite Sam
ghost.
would be a good chaos agent.
He'd be a good Jacob Marley, maybe. Or who's Jacob Marley? A Porky Pig?
Daffy Duck.
Daffy Duck.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we're just assuming Bugs Bunny is Scrooge in this.
I feel like Daffy Duck should be Scrooge,
Yeah,
really.
'cause shouldn't Bugs Bunny be Cratchit just based on Mickey Mouse and Kermit
Yeah.
being
And he's got that little rabbit, and you could just have him limp. You know? God bless us.
Tiny Duck?
Tiny Duck. CBS 8:30 to 9 p.m. Another holiday special. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Oh,
Joel Grey
okay.
narrates the animated musical special adapted from the Clement Moore poem as the town of Junctionville fears that Santa Claus, it's a long intro or explanation, will pass over their village because of a letter in the local paper denouncing him as a myth. Whew, that's a mouthful.
Mike, I can't tell if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but we have been doing this segment for so long that we
Yeah.
have definitely been around for Joel Gray's "'Twas the Night Before Christmas."
It did ring a bell. Not
I
so
think
much the
that
description, but just the
yeah, that
him.
Joel Gray involved because
Yeah.
we haven't done Remo Williams, which would have been the only other
No,
thing.
that's the only other thing I could. Yeah.
But that's crazy because I mean, you think about it, every year it's the same Christmas stuff, right? So that it's
Exactly.
funny that we're kind of on the precipice here.
We're just getting started with the things that we're gonna. Yeah. Let's get away from these holidays, right? Let's flip over to NBC at 9 o'clock. Wow. We go from Christmas to a movie from 1975, Dog Day Afternoon.
Ho.
Right? So I've never seen this movie, but I
never seen
really
it?
want to see this movie.
Oh, it's
No,
excellent. Well, your list of you know what?
it's
I think
long.
after this boat dry docks, we may just have to do movies Mike hasn't seen.
There's a lot. Description: man robs a bank to pay for his lover's operation. It turns into a hostage situation in a media circus. Wasn't that sort of like that John Q. Denzel Washington, where he was in a hospital?
I mean, wasn't that about like actual
It was like a transplant. Maybe that's different, but
yeah. Anyway,
you've
this is
seen this movie?
great.
It's a great
Oh my
movie.
god, Pacino's insane.
I loved
John Cazale's in it.
Charles Durning, Carol
Durning is
Kane.
great. It's Chris Sarandon, I believe, plays Pacino's boyfriend. It is outstanding. It is a outstanding movie. Would highly recommend, and that's where Attica comes from, I believe. So
Interesting. Well, if Dog Day Afternoon's not your thing, flip over to CBS at 9 o'clock. Mike, it's time for Freebie and the Bean, episode 2.
I forgot.
How can you forget about
I know.
Freebie and the Bean?
I just listened to our episode. I don't know how I forgot.
I waited till you took the sip strategically. Episode titled Health Nuts. Oh boy.
Jogging.
Freebie and the Bean go undercover at a health institute suspected of passing information about its patients to a holdup team. Freebie and the Bean.
I thought it'd be funnier if they passed the information on to Connie Stevens from last season or a
I
couple
mean,
seasons
just
ago.
or the next show that's going to replace them. Something. I don't know what.
I
Freebie
mean,
and the Bean.
I feel like the entire Freebie and the Bean catalog is available either on YouTube or like, I don't know, the street. Like you can just walk by and pick it up off the street.
It's real easy. It's everywhere. It's free. It's one of those like local papers that are free.
It's in the back of a cab.
Poor Freebie and the Bean. Why is it? It's not on Amazon? No. Why would it be? You don't even need to be on Amazon. It's
They pay
free.
you.
It's in the title. We said before, or I said before, I don't want to talk about Fantasy Island till we watch the episode we talked about. No risk of that because we get no Fantasy Island tonight.
Oh no.
Holiday special on
Oh, excellent.
ABC from 10 to
Is it
11.
the Boons? Are they back?
No, no.
Uh
No, no. It's Mr. Perry Como's Christmas in the Holy Land.
oh.
Oh, Perry Como takes viewers on a musical tour of Jerusalem and Bethlehem.
Do you think he gives like 7 minutes of Jerusalem facts in the middle,
Oh,
like Gopher did?
he's doing a lot of fills, a lot of voiceovers. Yeah.
This is Perry Como. Please get the ropes.
Just uh
Bring in the myrrh. So
yeah, we need more myrrh.
this is great though. I was a little worried with the strike and the
Same.
kind of tight timelines that we weren't going to get some Christmas, and so there's 3 right there, and we have next week, which I assume we'll get some more.
So interestingly enough, CBS from 10 to 11. Wait,
Oh,
what do they cap the night off with?
I'm
Did
trying to
we
remember what
forget?
last week was. Yeah.
Secrets of Midland Heights, episode 2. Title of this episode's called Decisions.
Oh,
Dorothy wants to end her affair with Nathan after her daughter learns of it. Hurry up. Only 7 more episodes left of this show.
that's right. This is the prelude
Lorenzo's.
to Lorenzo. Yeah. So
That's what else is on.
we are going to have to, and I think there's a cast member in tonight's episode that made me think this too. We are going to probably have to expedite our primetime soap opera watching because
it's everywhere. It's
everybody's
everywhere.
in one of these
Yeah.
things. So
but tonight we're here to talk about this episode. Let me give you the synopsis, Mike. The captain's ex-girlfriend comes aboard the ship and constantly makes passes at him because she feels neglected by her husband. Well, that's a lot of, don't leave a lot to.
I'm just going to
Okay.
say this for the first time in the episode. I'll probably say it either never again or 500 times again.
Ooh, I like those odds.
I have so many questions about everything that happened there, from soup to nuts. So.
Yeah, they didn't wrap it up in a nice little package like, oh, it all makes sense. Everything's good to go. No.
They were like facts, schmacks.
Yeah, there was a lot of. A model pretends to be married to keep away annoying suitors. Okay. And finally, a man is convinced that a fellow passenger is an alien who turns into a plant every night. The majority of my hatred will be focused. What are you doing? What is
I'm
this?
dressed as a plant.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
So you're going to say that was your least favorite storyline? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I am going to posit that was one of the best bad silly storylines they've ever done.
No.
How about that? How about that twist?
Boy,
we'll get into it.
This will be an interesting 3-hour episode. So let's
shut up, Mike.
The final episode of the Love Boat Project.
We almost got there. 85. We never did that Fantasy Island.
Right. Guest stars this week. I'm not quite sure how.
I want to hear you pronounce this.
All right. First person on my list is Guich Kook. First episode in the Love Boat, appeared on an episode of The Chisholms.
Oh yeah,
Guich Kook.
Apparently, this guy's like a big Texas guy.
I could see that.
He even like owned a small town in Texas, but he was always very pro Texas.
Own a town? How does that work?
I think if you just buy up all the property, I think it's like when Isaiah Thomas bought all the CBA teams. I think it's like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I had no idea how to pronounce that guy's name.
No, I just shot in the
Texan, dark.
So, Miss Sue Ann Langdon, first and only appearance on the Love Boat. She's been in a ton of different shows. Monte Markham, one of my favorite names of a co-star this season. First of 2 appearances on the Love Boat. We'll see him again in season 6. He's been on a bunch of TV shows. The only recurring role he had was on Baywatch, 22 episodes. He played the police chief.
Wow, I did not remember that.
I didn't either.
He apparently went on to quite a career as a producer and director of like documentaries that would air
Really?
on like the History Channel and stuff and A&E, like legit stuff. And if you listen to his voice, he's got a
Yeah.
I'm going to narrate a documentary voice for
Great
sure.
voice.
Great voice.
Pamela Sue Martin, which we talked about as far as these primetime soaps. First and only appearance. She appeared in 88 episodes of Dynasty. Pamela Sue Martin.
When it comes to acting, I would say that she is a model. So
that is very well put. That cuts right to the bone too. That. Barry Van Dyke. Any Diagnosis Murder fans out there? He's the co-star for 181 episodes. First of 4 appearances in the Love Boat. He just seems like a Love Boat guest. The way he
I
looks, the
thought he
way
was pretty good.
he gets it. Yeah, he gets
Yeah,
it.
I
He
thought
was
he was
great.
solid. He was moving it around.
He sold that story.
You know what's funny? He
Oh,
and the plot and the chemistry, all of it,
yeah.
had a very Larry Wilcox, Catherine Bach
Yeah, I agree
vibe.
with that. Yeah.
So he was definitely carrying a lot of the pathos in that one. So
And he was a great companion to Lance.
Lance
Uh,
Michaels.
Lance
Lance Michaels
Michaels.
is a card. I like that you had the most overacting actor and the most underacting actress of all time.
Yeah. It is good. Helen Reddy, first and only appearance.
Woman, hear me roar.
During the 70s, she had 15 top 10 songs. 8 of them reached number 1 in the adult contemporary genre.
If you
Is she a big star, Mike?
I
I
mean,
know the
she was
name, but I don't know why I know the name.
so I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar, I think is her. But she was like that. But then she did try and make an acting career. I think she's the nun in the airport movie that they then took off in Airplane.
Oh, yeah. I remember we talked about
Um,
that movie.
I thought she was pretty good, and depending on how you count, like Sonny Bono, I would say she was one of the best musician acting
Sh
performances we've had.
She was better than Tennille, that's for sure.
I mean,
I mean,
those plants she had
everybody.
was better than Tennille's.
Right. Oh, that's funny. Uh, and finally, we get one half of the Smothers Brothers. We get Tom Smothers. First of 2 appearances in the Love Boat. Uh, Interesting fact: he was the older of the Smothers Brothers, and he was a good friend of John Lennon's. He played guitar on the live "Give Peace a Chance" recording that was later released.
And I
Just thought that was
believe it
interesting.
was a Tommy Smothers. Was it a Smothers Brothers concert that Lennon got in that fight with Pam Grier at the
Yeah, at the
Troubadour?
Troubadour. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
I know already that you did not like that storyline, but
No, he did his job.
he was wildly subdued that entire thing, to the point where I thought he was going to explode at the end and never did. It was just very like it was very buttoned up, subdued performance by Tommy Smothers. I thought not a yo-yo to be found.
No, it was very un-Tom Smothers like. He didn't play the dumb. He does that whole. He's so
Yeah,
good at it too. But I thought he look
I thought him
storyline
and
aside. I thought
Gopher
he did a
had
great job.
some
Yeah,
good banter. I thought so.
I thought so. I thought
Yeah,
so. I think that they
and
would have been great if like solving a mystery together.
right,
That
yeah.
same level of like,
Well, they
yeah,
were
they were.
trying
I
to
thought
solve
they
a
were great.
mystery, Mike, the mystery of the universe.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
I
Oh,
think he also stole businessman number one's sunglasses.
he might
For
have. He
like,
might have. That's a good point. That's a good point. Uh, Anything else before we get on this boat, sir?
just how excited I am to talk about my favorite bad storyline.
Oh
In all
God.
seriousness, I've been trying to get this in the last few weeks and it hasn't
Yeah.
quite fit on the rewatch, but I do think this is one of those. It's all bad, and it really just depends on how you want to slice it.
Sure.
But there are parts that are good bad, and then there are just parts that are unforgivable. And I'll focus on the triangle, I think, when we get to that part of it. But
Well,
my
and
guess is
Gaze
we both liked this episode equally, just different. So
Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I
yeah,
agree. It's gonna be interesting to see how, like, the end shakes out as well, because I have no idea how that's gonna work with, as far as walk the plank, captain of the week would be interesting.
storyline of the year,
Oh, no, you can put your pencils down,
brother. It is thin out there. Have you
Oof.
seen the list? Like,
I look at the list every week and I'm like,
yeah,
"Boy."
you picked the wrong year to do that way.
Yeah,
So,
terrible to be live updating the stubby nominees. There's just nothing. I don't even need a pen. We begin in the lobby. Woman wearing a yellow dress and holding a rabbit ear antenna. I used to have one of those on my old TV back in the day. She walks up to Gopher and asks him where the cabin is located. In a whisper, she's asking this. Gopher gives her directions, also in a whisper. He says, "Why are we whispering?" She says, "Was I? Didn't notice." Isaac walks up, asks, "Why are you holding an antenna?" Then he says, "There's no television aboard the ship." Doesn't Stuping have a TV in his office? Am I wrong in
what's
remembering?
so he
I
had a
do not have a TV
TV.
on ship.
He had a TV in that first incarnation of his office,
Yeah.
but I don't know that it made it. Next time we're in there, we'll have to take a look, but I don't know if the TV's still in there or not. But
Well,
we argued at the time that he would watch it while they were in port.
yeah.
So
Well, also too, maybe they removed the TV and he put like a bar in his office, which was alarming to see in this
I
episode. I'm like,
knew
what
you
are
were
you
gonna bring that up.
doing, man? Playing with fire.
We'll get there. He was playing with a lot of fire. You missed dinner.
Oh, so much fire. You're not tuna sandwiches, missed milk. Come on. Oh, she replies, "It's not for television, it's for her," and walks away. So begins a terrible storyline. Okay. A man in glasses sees all this happen, walks up to Gopher, asks if they saw that. Eleanor Green, did you notice anything peculiar about her? Gopher just said she was whispering. The man says she's a librarian. Isaac asks about the antenna. This man in glasses says she's an alien from another planet. Walks away.
He does it kind of like Joe Friday too.
He does it like he's
Yeah,
working for like Men in Black before Men in Black was a
yeah.
thing.
Galaxy
Imagine.
Defenders.
Uh, Isaac and Gopher look very confused.
Yeah, as does Mike Taylor in his
Yeah,
home.
just what is happening here? A woman wearing pink enters the boat. She walks up to Julie and Doc. I'm sorry, she walks up to Julie, and
Doc
Doc rushes
flies out of the
over. I'm
ramp
sorry. Almost breaks his legs trying to get over there.
Another thin episode for Doc, but he sure made sure to get down there for Pamela Sue Martin. So
I will say this season we've had very little Doc so far. Very
this
little Doc.
this little stretch here where it's been so blatant, I don't
Yeah.
know that this feels like when somebody goes to do a movie or a play or something like that. Like he was basically in 2 run-in scenes and then the the stooping stab at the end there. So,
I mean, think about how much Gopher has been in this year, even more so than Isaac. They had the horse thing.
yeah,
I think Gopher it's been a Gopher heavy season.
and Julie.
And I do like how they use Vicky this year or this episode too. She's great with
Sparing,
the one line. Yeah,
sparingly.
sparingly.
Yeah,
Sparingly. It's
so,
wonderful. No offense.
no.
But I think a little goes a long way.
I
The little
just
things
like
there.
it when she's comedy and true to
Yes.
the character, but when they make her dumb
Yeah,
or
I don't like that.
like earnest, that's no fun. Nobody wants
No.
that.
No. Um woman, yeah. So the doc says, "My cabin is adjacent to my office. You can't miss it." And she says, "I hope I won't have to bother you, doctor," and vice versa. Boom.
I hope I
Roasted.
won't have to bother you, or vice versa.
Ugh. But I think why? Well, I'll ask that question in a minute. The passenger starts to introduce herself, but Julie interrupts. Says she's seen her face on magazine covers all over the world. Julie says, "Miss Dayton, right?" And the passenger says, "Mrs."
Yeah.
She asked if Mr. Dayton will be joining her. Why would you even ask that question? I wonder. Are you just being a nosy?
Julie
Like,
has
why ask that?
Julie has accidentally stepped into that question a few times. That's what happened with Jimmy Walker's ghost.
Right. It's
But
weird.
I think she's asking to assess competition on this week's boat.
You see the
Also,
look
her
on her
name
face
is
at the end
yeah.
when she held the one ring to rule them all. Good
She's
lord!
like, Christ Almighty! I caught these bouquets. Now I got a ring. Like,
Somebody just hands it to me.
yeah, but not the person she wanted to hand a ring to.
Nope.
Pretty unfair that this woman who is pretending to be married is named Dayton, because she ain't going to be Dayton if she's married, but she's trying to be Dayton. get busy telling the truth and get busy little Dayton.
I meant to hit the laugh button on that. Oof. Coming in hot. We are 25 minutes in. Pew, 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 pew. Shots fired. So Julie apologizes. Miss David says no, he couldn't get away. I'm so stuck on that question. What a weird question to ask somebody. Hey,
Well, the
here's my
thing is,
ticket. Oh, where's your husband? Like, what?
for the most part, the only thing they have on that damn paper is that, like, Mr. and Mrs., right? My guess is if it's a single cabin, Julie,
Right.
with one resident, then probably not. He's probably not making it. So
Just TMI. Like, I don't think they need that for a boat where you need absolutely no information to get on board. It's an odd question. Like, it's an odd. I don't know.
well, it's just like we obviously get why they do things like that, but like there's an
Sure.
easier way to shoehorn in what you're trying to shoehorn in.
Right. It's
And
just
also, why not just get
exactly.
there? Why not just get there right away? Have Doc make the moves, have her flash the ring, and then she told Julie in the next scene anyway. It didn't matter. Like,
You're right about that. They are just shoehorning it. There was no reason.
no,
There was no
we
reason.
we didn't need to be in a rush this episode. There was
Well,
not that much happening. So
wouldn't if you work in this, pardon me for saying, but if you work in this industry, wouldn't you notice, isn't part of your job to be like aware, where if you see a wedding ring, like that sort of thing, like things you notice. I mean, I notice it about people. Like you wouldn't, I don't know. It wasn't much of a wedding ring. Let's just be honest. It was kind of a weird, like just band. Like, so I don't know. Like
I mean, she's a supermodel, Mike. She probably has amazing jewelry.
looks like she made it herself. Like she did blacksmithing. She had one lesson in blacksmithing and made that shitty ring and put it on her finger. Jeez.
Ruts Justin's.
How about if you're a model? How about you get a better ring? How about you get a better fake engagement ring?
How about you get security? You're on millions of covers.
Yeah.
Come
Why is she
on.
on this cruise? Why would you come on this cruise?
We've had so many celebrities this year.
No photographers were bothering her,
Yeah, seriously.
Old Schwag from last week, he was
Yeah,
mobbed.
I guess she wasn't the action hero of the year.
No awards for
I
this lady.
forgot that Swag was getting. They probably ran out of film, because between that and Lonnie Anderson and
Well,
the Prince.
their
The
flash
Prince.
bulbs were out. They ran
Yeah,
out of them at the.
exactly.
Two men are aboard in the ship. See Miss or Mrs. Dayton walk away. The man in the yellow blazer is standing there watching her, and the other guy walks up to Doc and Julie, asks if they can direct him to the room, Fiesta 350. Before Julie can say anything, Mike, please welcome to the Love Boats,
Horn
Lance.
dog of the year.
Ooh, boy. He is coming in hot. He says, never mind our room, point me to hers. Pew, pew,
Oh my
pew,
God,
pew.
which is just like, hey, let me get some pepper spray.
Oh, right? Right. They just hand it out. Perfect. Or Doc says, forget it. She's married. And he says, perfect. Married ladies are my specialty. Pew, 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 pew.
Lance Michaels is
Lance
just,
Michaels.
oh my
What a professional wrestling name this guy has.
or
in the,
like an Evil Knievel style. Like, I feel like
just
Lance.
a budget.
Yeah, wasn't Lance Michaels the name of the Simpsons Daredevil?
I think maybe Lance Michaels or Lance Michaels Sports Machine. What's that one? What
That's
the
Bud
George
Pomeroy's.
Michaels?
That's
Yeah,
Bud Pomeroy's Sports Machine.
yeah. So I love this guy.
Oh yeah, you and him, peas in a pod. You two.
Oh, I would just be walking around with my eyes and my ears closed. Just no, 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 don't.
Lance, no, Lance, no.
No, please don't. The guy who isn't Lance says, "Come on, Lance, cool it," and they walk to their cabin. We cut to Steuben and Vicky welcoming passengers aboard. Hello, Steuben. Hello, Vicky. And we hear, "Hey, sailor, this is quite a boat," coming from a male passenger. And Stubing turns and says, "Brad, Monica." So weird. Monica gives
Right.
Stubing a big hug. Brad, a little handshake thing. Brad's asking how he's doing. Uh, Stubing says that Brad, he thinks he married a witch because she doesn't age.
Man,
See, he did
you
this
love
to himself here. Like, settle down there, Meryl. Uh, as Stubing introduces Vicky to Captain Wells and his wife, Brad. Captain Brad Wells says, "So you've been taking good care of my ship." Boy, I want a prequel episode here to find out what is this when he had the ship taken away because he was drinking? Like, when did he
So
know Stubing? Like,
I,
what?
I I will be introducing a lot of math in this trial this week, but we know Stubing celebrated his 5-year anniversary 2 years ago, so he's had the boat for 7 years. How old a man do you think Captain Brad Wells is that he's given up his ship? Was this like a Lando Calrissian Han
I
Solo
was
situation?
just gonna say, did you lose it in some weird gambling?
Hey
Um,
there, Gopher, you still hanging out with this scoundrel?
what's weird too is you gotta it's gotta be one way or the other, meaning he's either playing younger or playing older. But if he's got a wife that in this he's saying is about to turn 40, which is not because she was 44 when she filmed this, just sorry. But I don't understand how I don't
Here,
understand the
let-
ages of these two. Makes no
yeah,
sense to me at all.
when they reveal the most shocking thing they've ever said on this show, which was that woman was turning 40, was
Was I no
they
no thanks on the sandwich? Is that what I skipped dinner
they
or what? Yeah.
they played. If you just were watching it,
Yeah.
not thinking that hard about it, you weren't us doing like 20 years of
Right.
math,
Right.
you would have thought these are all contemporaries. And it would make sense because Captain Brad Wells probably gave up command of his ship, you
Oh,
know,
for her, like it was
or
a whole
whatever.
thing.
But
Yeah.
like, it's not like this isn't like a pirate boat. They work for a company. Like he probably just retired and
Right.
Steuben got this boat, right?
Right. Nobody won it in a
Right.
duel. Right.
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 Yeah. It's not your ship. It's the Princess Line cruise line ship. But I mean,
Yeah.
Steuben, you were on a different ship like a month ago. Like so. But
That is
the
true.
whole episode,
Convoluted.
everything that you say from now until the point where he says that she's about to celebrate her 40th birthday just skews as these are three people in their late 50s to early 60s
Sure.
that had some weird menage a trois on the back of a boat
Right.
somewhere.
Right. Right. Like something, right, that they like will never talk about. Yeah. Right.
I
Very
asked
strange.
my I asked my wife, who was in the room for the rewatch,
Yeah.
the age of the couple, and I will reveal that when we get to the scene that I asked her.
Okay.
Coming
Fair
up,
enough.
there's a tease.
Oof. So I've already written that down. Something to look forward to right there. Stubing says, the same way you've been taking care of my girl. Yeah, it's getting going. You're just dipping. Don't triple dip the fries in community ketchup. Like he's already going to that well. This is the third comment he's already made in
Like
like 2 minutes, in
even
1 minute.
if even if all three of you are cool about whatever happened in the old days, like you don't bring that up like
He's
that right
egging it
away.
on. He's
Yeah,
egging it
it's like,
on.
you
He
coxman,
started
Meryl
this whole thing.
Streep. Like,
This
yeah,
whole and you know what? Maybe she wasn't feeling this way, but now she might be based on these 2 comments from the right person,
yeah.
like,
This desperate bastard. So,
Stubing tells Monica that she should have married Stubing and let Brad keep the ship. Again, and Monica says, "He asked me, you didn't." Shit got a little serious too. And she said that. I was like, ooh, it got a little quiet on the ship. Everyone stopped talking. Brad goes to leave, and Monica lays this crazy smooch on Steubing right in front of Vicky. And she
Sorry I
says,
didn't ask you, Monica. I was either married or having an affair or
we're right.
impregnating
Like
someone.
Stacy was with
Like,
Stacy Starsgar. Right. And that toodaloo at the end.
toodaloo.
And Vicky says, she sure
There's
is
your
a
sign
friendly
off.
lady. Oh,
There's your sign off.
toodaloo?
Toodaloo.
Go up a couple octaves too. Like
Oh,
let them know what's up.
absolutely.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo right into the boat horn for the other show.
Oh, I like that. Or like a toodaloo
Toodaloo.
sounding like a Mrs.
Yeah.
Doubtfire kind of.
Toodaloo.
Yeah, toodaloo. You know, like that. Brrr.
This woman was as old as Mrs. Doubtfire.
She was as old as Mrs. Doubtfire. Uh, we hear the boat horn and we get a ticker tape scene. No Jerry Stiller, unfortunately. One can hope. Isaac's at the poolside bar, and I almost said Gilligan, and Gopher's sitting with him, and he's sitting with the man who thinks Eleanor Green is an alien. They have not introduced this gentleman, and I am a stickler for these details. Like, I'm not going to call you by name. And another interesting thing is this character's name was wrong again on IMDb.
Oh no.
So I just used my ears this time.
Oh boy. Those are your best feature.
Well, we'll see how that goes because only one is somewhat working. So we'll see what happens. One of them's just cosmetic.
It was Tommy Smothers.
Yeah. His name was
Aaron Burr.
Exactly. Gopher says, you really expect us to believe that Eleanor's from outer space? Passenger explains that he was skeptical at first, but he's been watching her, and there's no doubt about it. I'll get to mine in a minute here. She's from the planet Remulac. And Romulites are strict vegetarians. Herbs and flowers only. Tulip tartar. He says, just watch her and maybe you'll change your mind. Enter Eleanor, antenna in hand, says good morning. We find out this male passenger's name when he says hi to Eleanor, and he says, remember me, Morton Fowler. The library, they had his name as Martin on IMDb.
Well, that's
and
close.
I was like,
That's
shame
close,
on
at
you.
least.
It's 3 weeks in
close.
a row. I feel like they're just making sure I'm paying attention. Eleanor says, oh, Morton, oh, yes, and orders a gardenia delight from Isaac. Like, I've been waiting for this moment for years. I can't wait to talk about this drink. I feel like maybe
like
15 years I've been waiting.
This doesn't bode well for the drink.
It is gin, tonic water, and Midori.
Oh.
Finally, a Midori drink other than that drink that Tanya made with which we picked 5 alcohols, and that was how this is a Midori based drink. Often called a garden delight.
That sounds terrible.
It didn't look good either. Eleanor tells Morton that it's nice to see him again. She walks away. Gopher says she seems like an average girl. Isaac says, who carries an antenna? Here's that next Mrs. Dayton scene, as you mentioned. Julie walks up. Mrs. Dayton, this place really swings, doesn't it?
It does swing, baby. You bet your bippy it does.
No kidding. What? It's the Love Boat. Like, I don't want to say it, but like, why would you came here for rest? She didn't come here for rest. That's not true. That's not true.
Why did she come here?
She was doing like a mango. Like, I don't want attention. Yes, I do. You know, like she's being ridiculous. Julie says
I bet
sure
she
does.
stayed out of the. I bet you she stayed out of the gift shop though, with her face on all those those magazine covers.
Oh, she had Julie buy every issue, just like those, and hide them all.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
It's funny how like nobody approached her or nobody recognized her from any of those things except for Julie.
Yeah, because even the Gooch or whatever the hell his name was.
Lance Guchenheim didn't even know. So I don't know. Julie says, shame your husband couldn't join you. Mrs. Dayton says, can you keep a secret? I'm not really married. I just wear this shitty ring because I don't want to be bothered. The shitty part, that's me. I added that. She didn't really. It is a crappy
So
ring. A
does
cool way to cool off a
Julie
loser. Yeah.
does Julie turn up the heat on Mrs. Dayton to find out where Mr. Dayton is because she's thinking, okay, any guy that gets this girl is high cotton, and then Julie McCoy is going to sink her teeth right into him.
Or she kind of wants to know where she stands in the food chain. Like if she feels like she's the equivalent of Mrs. Dayton, she kind of wants to know, well, what kind of right, like what's her husband
They
like?
never give they never ever give
Mm,
Julie like a competitive with that. Anytime there's an attractive
no.
person, she immediately is like, "Oh, you're beautiful," and then Julie just slinks away. And it's
Yeah,
like there are definitely times where Julie wins that battle.
I agree. I agree.
Believe in yourself, Julie. I believe in you.
But again, she's putting the guest first,
That
you
is
know?
true. Yeah, and you
Like,
know what it is? She didn't want maybe she hooked up with Lance Michaels. So
oh,
he is
multiple
an
times.
alpha. I mean,
He's
he
been
is an alpha. So
he come on. You and this isn't the first time he's been on this cruise. There's no way.
oh
Uh,
no, he's like
oh,
rooming with Joe Namath and
all that. He's
Lyle
popping
Wagner, like
vitamins,
all those
everything.
guys.
He's just they all
The dude
room
with the
together. It's
mustache
great.
from the
Nobody
Lovetron.
nobody
It's
brings a shirt. Uh Julie says, "What if you meet someone interesting?" And Miss Dayton says, "I don't want to meet anyone. I came on board for a rest." My note says, "You should have booked a cruise on the rest boat, dummy."
We're like,
Julie wishes,
got a
huh?
Serta. Get a Serta.
Right? Like, just how about the nap cruise? Like, what are you doing? It's the Love Boat.
Get a
Like, what?
couch.
How about stay in your cabin if you want rest?
Well, that'd be stupid to get to pay all this money that you pay for the Love
No,
Boat
that's
this
true.
week.
Just stay right.
It was expensive, Mike. There was a model and a librarian and a person who goes to the library
Hey, $36.
and the guy
Yeah.
who used to run the boat. Like,
It's varying. What do we have, a sliding scale based
yeah,
on your income?
we never even
It's
found out what
weird.
the Gooch
Oh
or
God.
or Scott Hansen. Well, I guess he
Well, we
gives
know
you
it's
7 hours of
Scott Hansen.
uninterrupted football
Yeah.
every Sunday.
Oh, oh, that's so funny. Eleanor is setting up her antenna at poolside. At a poolside table. She waits for her gardenia delight. Morton, Vicky, Isaac, and go for a watching. Morton says, "See that?" And we watched Eleanor put the other end of the antenna around her wrist. Morton says that device is a solar collector. Eleanor is absorbing all of the sun's rays. Wouldn't suntan lotion be easier? She needs the sun because she spends half of her life as a plant.
Oh, hold
Isaac,
on. Here you go.
sorry. All right, back to the
She's
plant.
a plant.
See, I told you there was a perfectly logical explanation. Gopher challenges Morton by saying if they spend half their life as a plant and all they eat is vegetables, are they cannibals? Which I thought was a fair question.
That is true.
That is true. Hood off.
I
Yeah.
mean, we've already had the cannibal. Then she would have had Kuru, the
Yeah.
cannibal's disease.
Uh,
R.I.P. Dak Rambo.
it's funny. Isaac's about to pour the Midori colored slush from a blender into a glass. Mike, are we about to see Isaac make his first drink in 4.5 seasons of this ship, of
What
this
a
boat,
waste. What a
of this
waste.
project? No. We quick cut to Morton walking up to Eleanor, boo, and joins her at the table. We were so close.
Why does that need to go in a blender if it's gin and tonic and
Slush.
Midori?
It's like slush. It's like one of those,
Oh, like a
like a
frost,
pina colada kind of thing.
like a freeze, like a freezy,
Yeah,
like an
yeah, yeah,
icy
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, yeah. Like a frozen buzz ball,
I
I think
love
is what the
going to
kids drink.
I love to go into 7-Eleven as a kid and getting me a nice gardenia slushy
Mm,
Slurpee.
lovely. Midori. Do you guys have any Midoris? Oh, some
Oh my god.
non-alcoholic
Let me
Midori.
get let me get 6 Jawbreakers, some Big League Chew,
Oh,
and a 75-ounce gardenia
oh,
Slurpee.
it's not good. Uh, we see Morton walking up to Eleanor and he joins her at the table. He asks what she's reading. It's The Secret Private Life of Plants, now available at our merch store. Eleanor says it's a bunch of lies and she begins to spray herself with a plant mister. All right, Mike. Well, this is the point of the notes where I was a
I'm
little angry
hooked.
at this point. I was
You're
no, I
hooked.
was a little angry.
No,
Just not going to read all of them because it's a lot of them. It's more of a manuscript at this point.
just a
Uh,
manifesto.
Essentially, it'll be on the Patreon. I'll release the Word doc. We're 9 minutes and 5 seconds into the episode, and I'm done with this storyline. Enough already. They're going to keep going and going and going with this. During my first watch, I was bored with it. During my second watch, I'm done with it. Give this the stubby for worst storyline now.
Wow.
I
See,
apologize. Let's
I feel
continue.
really
Mm.
bad for you because I'm not going to pretend it was good. Like I said, I think it was a very good, silly, bad storyline, but I
Oh,
understand. But here's my thing. That at least got me through most of the episode. So I don't know what you were watching that you were holding on to here.
I wasn't holding on to anything. I was holding on to my keyboard as I'm doing these notes. I'm just like, I'm looking at the time left. I'm like, how can there be 31 minutes
No
left?
one's
Like,
gonna know if we
what?
just skip an entire act.
Oh, or I just introduce just one storyline I do notes on just to get through it. And then they can't even get the name of that one right. Freaking boomerang. So
Boomerang.
Eleanor says I like to keep my limbs moist. Uh,
Moist.
Isaac walks up with Eleanor's Gardenia Delight. Mike, there's no straw in the drink. How the hell are you going to sip on slush? Come on, Isaac. You going to put this foo-foo garnish and not give her a damn straw?
Yep.
Uh,
That's how they ruin the episode.
well,
It's no straw.
it's the details. Eleanor and Morton toast. Maybe the worst toast I've heard. Maybe the second worst. To better worlds. That's like a
I
stupid
mean, it's
toast.
better than it's better
The
than one of
shitty toast. Remember that?
sea shanty
They're to good
toasts.
friends and better people with that
There's
are
an
two
old
left
sea
hands.
shanty
Like,
that
what
says
the talking
this
about?
this was not in the very beginning, but about halfway through this thing, we got like late season 1, early season 2 Steubing, and
Yes.
I was happy to bury him.
I was fine
So
to bury him too. Yeah, I
yeah,
was like, no, don't bring him back. Eleanor picks the flour garnish from the drink and starts eating it. Morton, Gopher, and Isaac notice. They all look at each other. She hands the drink back to Isaac. She's had none of it. That's kind of how I like my drinks. She said, "Double the flowers, hold the booze." Amen. Right? I'll drink to that
what if that became
for
your
sure.
drink?
With the Gardenia Delight,
Like we just
with
walk in
just
and
the
they slide it down the bar right to you.
just grab it. Oh,
Norm.
be great in July. Nice cold Midori slush. Oh,
Oh
look
God.
out, Oscars. Here I come. I'll be
No
there.
no straw.
No straw. I had that here, when at the end of COVID, where some places you would go like an outdoor brewery for lunch, you wouldn't have like a real waiter.
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
scan with the phone or
Yeah.
whatever. And I got a pina colada. I was feeling froggy one day. No straw. And you can't get anybody to come to the table. You're
No.
outside. Like everything's
You
autumn. Like, how do
just gotta
I
dump it in your
found
mouth.
I went and got silverware from a
Oh,
bus tray, no straws, and I had to eat it with like a spoon. It's not, I
just
mean, it
take it.
still works, but
Everything was a road soda during COVID. Why didn't you just take it home?
I I would love to, but I have to wait for it to thaw out. Just have to sit
Man,
there it was in a glass too.
you're just not industrious.
And it was so far down I couldn't like anteater it. It was
Oh,
too far down.
it was like a screwball. You
It
couldn't
it
get
was like a screwball. Uh where are we? Monica is in a bathing suit. Walks up to Steubing's door. She hesitates for a moment, then knocks on
Does
the
she
door.
though? Does she hesitate?
Oof, boy. Uh, Steubing says to come in. She asks if he's busy. Mike, of course, he's not busy. I said, not until he shuffles papers on the bridge in about 30 minutes will he be busy. Shuffling blank things and writing his name, practicing his signature. Marrow Steubing, Captain Marrow Steubing. Steubing offers to make her a drink. Mike, as I mentioned before, I was kind of shocked by this. Why would an
So,
alcoholic? That seems odd to me.
well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
Yes, I agree with you
right.
100%,
Yeah.
especially on a boat where it's not like you don't have booze options elsewhere.
Right.
So you would think, I'm not saying every alcoholic is the same, but to have the temptation like in your
Right.
bedroom, I'm starting to think he's not really an alcoholic. I'm thinking he just was a bad driver and had to retcon that so the cruise line couldn't fire him.
Jeez. That's why we never see him driving anything other than those stupid 2 sticks on the ship. They don't wanna
Well,
risk it.
you know what's funny too is it's
Mm,
been a while. I was waiting for it. It's been
what's
a
that?
while since we've gotten the "Oh, sorry, I don't drink," or something like that.
No,
And
and I'm
she
always
didn't
watching his
ask.
glasses. She didn't.
She didn't ask, but he didn't offer either. It was a little surprising. I thought maybe we were gonna get a slip up here. I feel like slip up is in
Ooh,
play and unscripted, like not a storyline. Like they forgot 1 week. I feel like that's in play.
we'll be you know what? We'll be
Oh,
waiting.
we'll have an emergency pod if that
Woo! And,
happens.
like,
Just
Tuesday at, like, noon,
we don't even talk about the show.
everyone,
It's just like, all right, hey, listen here.
listen, it happened. Tell us what happened. We were doing notes, and
Yep.
then, uh she asked her I'm sorry, Steven makes her the drink, asked her where Brad is, makes her a gin and tonic, maybe the worst gin and tonic I've ever seen, but I'll get to that. Monica says he's prowling
Is that what he's
around.
doing?
I don't like to drink them, but I sure like to make them, Mike. And that is a crap drink. Monica says he's prowling around, checking to see what you've done to his ship. Stubing again, Mike, just baiting this woman. Old ships are like old loves. You never really forget them. What are we, old man in the fucking sea here? Like, who talks like that?
So at this point, because I am
Yeah,
going to deliberately keep this separation between this ridiculous 40th birthday thing.
yeah,
At this point, I'm thinking this was like almost another version of the the USO singer and his army buddy,
yeah. That makes
something
sense.
like that.
Right,
And
right.
maybe he got Stubing into the Princess Cruise Line or something like that.
So he could be with her, but really, maybe it was like a. And I'm not even kidding.
Maybe it's
Almost
like
like a
South.
gift
Is
of the
that what
Magi
South
thing.
or is that what South Pacific is? Maybe.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't know. Maybe I'll go. Yep, I'll go with it.
South
Checking my
Pacific?
sources,
Question
and
mark.
yes. Mhm.
Alexa, what's the plot of South
Yeah.
Pacific?
Or wait, is that the plot of Dog Day Afternoon? Wait, I'm confused
Oh, here
now.
we go.
What
They're going to tell us. Hold on. 1958 drama. Oh, John Kerr's in it. During World War II.
Okay.
Secretive Frenchman. 2 hours and 37 minutes. No
Oh.
thanks. Alexa,
Wait, is it
stop.
so is the Pearl Harbor movie based on this storyline with Ben Affleck and that whole thing? It's very similar.
Josh
Very
Hartnett.
similar.
Wait, is Stubing Josh Hartnett in this one?
Yeah, Stubing's Josh Hartnett, and then Ben Affleck would be Brad. Yeah,
Captain Brad Wells?
Captain Brad Wells is Ben Affleck. So,
I'm
something to think about.
pretty embarrassed I don't know what the plot of South Pacific is, but I did not think it had a deceivious Frenchman in it.
2 hours and 35 minutes for a movie that old is crazy.
Those
That's
things
like,
used to have intermissions, though.
3, hopefully.
Tune into South Pacific Project for when we do that over the course of 9
Oh.
years.
Monica asks if he means that. Stubing says, means what? Monica says, you never forget an old love.
Not
boy.
Stubing. He hangs
No,
on to those things
Stubing.
like candy.
Sometimes I think Stubing should just shut up. Like, just like less is more. He says,
Is he trying to be nice? He never does
Yeah, but
that
it's-
serious Stubing thing. Like he
No.
never really does his horned up Stubing, sentimental thing.
Well, plus you would think if he knew her as well as he's supposed to know her, he could be like, hey, and have a real talk with her. I don't know why it's like,
Well, I agree with you in terms of having a real talk with the husband, which he doesn't do either. So
that was a weird talk too. That was another weird
well,
thing.
it's because Captain Brad Wells is like, cut the bullshit, Stubing.
Okay, enough of your nonsense, Meryl. Just say it. I kind of hoped it'd gone different, where a different story was told to Brad, and Brad's looking for vengeance on the deck.
It's my ship again. I'm the
Right,
I'm the captain again.
And literally he walks the plank. Bye-bye. Um, Steubing says, "You know what I mean. It was just a figure of speech." And that's where I put the note, did they know Steubing when he was still drinking? That's interesting to me. I'd love to see that have that timeline, but we're not getting that.
We'll get the timelines later. Don't
Uh,
worry.
Mo
It's all up here.
okay. I look forward to this. Monica says, "I've thought of you very often." Steubing says, "I've thought of you too." Space, you and Brad.
Oh, friend
Jesus.
zone.
Jesus, dude. I was thinking about the good times we had, you and I, before Brad, Monica says. Uh-oh. He says it's a long time ago. She asks if he ever wishes he could go back and relive it, do certain things over. And she's doing a hand spider up his arm now. Up his arm to his shoulder. It was this weird hand spider thing.
That's
Steubing
not a
says,
water spout.
yeah, I don't know. It's just she's doing this weird, like, Steubing says, "You know what the man said? You can never go home. You can never come home again." Monica, weird, flirty. Why not? What's to prevent it? Hand spider. Steubing says it's been turned into a condominium, and then hands her a shitty gin and tonic. No lime. No, just the worst. Look like a glass of water.
Maybe
Ooh.
it is. Maybe he has the
Oh, that's what it
alcoholics
is.
bar set.
It's just water. Oh, that's a good point. Uh, Steubing asked her to sit down, sit at the table in front of his desk. Instead, she does a Monica splay on the couch, like, I don't know.
Monica Splay, like
Yeah,
that's a move.
I don't know. Yeah. Next time I see you, I'll show you Monica splay on the couch move. Steubing grabs a chair and moves it by the couch, and Monica says, "I'm embarrassing you, aren't I?"
Yes.
Yeah, no kidding. She says they had something special and they let it slip away. Then she says it's not too late, Meryl.
Well, it's not too late because they
What?
pretend that she's way younger than she is. It should be too late. This
Yes.
should be the
It should be
golden
way too
years.
late. What are you talking about?
Plus, you are a lucky woman to be the wife of Captain Brad Wells.
Yeah, you're a lucky 39-year-old woman. Jeez, man. Uh Steubing jumps out of his chair. Monica tells him not to say anything, but to think about what used to be because it can be that way again. She gives him our sign off of toodaloo, toodaloo, and leaves the office. That was maybe my best toodaloo of this episode, by the way. I
You'll
forgot
have
about that.
you'll have a chance. You'll have other chances.
Uh, and as I'm sitting here, look, what I'm famously girl dumb, but Mike, this seems very crystal clear to me. There's no, not that Steubing's interpreting it, but why isn't he just putting the
Putting the
kibosh on it right
Yeah.
now?
No, I agree. I mean,
If
this
especially you're
is
friends with Brad,
right.
what are you doing,
This
bro?
this is just everybody's. Brad's not doing anything wrong. Steubing's kind of being a puss about it. Monica's obviously off the reservation.
She's
Somebody
yeah,
got the birth certificates wrong. So,
some or two of the numbers wrong, or one of the numbers wrong. Something. I mean, was that a 19 or an 18? No, 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 no. Wow. Steubing almost looks directly into the camera and says, "Oh boy." And I was convinced this would be where the first commercial break was,
oh, it was such a first commercial break. Yeah.
but no, this was
No.
another long. This was almost right at the 15-minute mark.
Haven't we
Uh,
decided that when they're really not
ugh,
that good, they don't let you go to commercial because they know people will get up to change the channel?
we have to give him something to come back for other than that. Yeah.
Or just wear them down. Like, it's
W
just,
well, the strategy here was, wait a minute, we'll get him with Lance because we don't go to commercial, but we go to Lance in a
that's right.
Hawaiian shirt. Hold on, put that remote that doesn't exist
That's
down.
right. Here comes the gooch.
Lance shows up and says, "Don't panic, girls. Dinner's about to be served," as he unbuttons his shirt. I love this guy. I love this guy. Uh, his friend says that Lance should come out of his shell. If you're a fan of Diagnosis Murder, that's the Diagnosis Murder guy.
Oh, I
Lance
think you
sees
say
Miss.
that was the diagnosis murder catchphrase.
Well, that's funny. You should come out of your shell. He said that to Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke was like, "Don't put
Uh,
anything in your ear unless it other than your elbow, is what he used to say.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with you.
I just watched that. It's so funny you did that. What a talented guy. Sorry,
What a
Dick
great
Van Dyke
movie.
is.
What a
Oh, it's
great
great.
movie.
And the
Holds up.
dancing and the
Yeah.
whole amazing.
The songs are bangers. Dick Van Dyke plays 3 characters, I think, at some point.
Do we get Dick Van Dyke on this boat?
I initially was gonna say no, but I guess there's a world where one of those two-part travel thing season openers in, like, 1984, Dick Van
Right?
Dyke decides, let me go to let me go to Paraguay or whatever, so
Do we
I'll
get
say
Jerry Van Dyke?
no, I don't think Coach is on, and I don't know what Jerry Van Dyke did
I don't know
before
what he did
that.
before that.
Yeah, so
Um, Lance sees Miss Dayton sitting alone, tells his friend that the old professor's about to go to work, and he
mm.
hands his friend a pencil and tells him he might want to take notes.
Do you think Lance brought the pencil with him specifically for that
Prob
bit?
It wasn't
Like,
even sharpened, I don't even think. It was just
why would
a
why would Lance have or need a pencil?
he works for the Scantron company, so he always has pencils
Oh, you
in
know, it
his
probably
in
was he
his
was gonna
shirt.
keep score.
That's what it is. It's
Yeah,
Lance
he was yeah.
Scantron. Sure. He tells his friend, "If I'm not back in a week, call the police." Here we go. Lance shooting his shot. And walks up to Miss Dayton, picks up a magazine that was by the chair, a newspaper or something. He says, "Here, let me get that for you. Looks awfully heavy for a little girl like you." Ooh.
Women love that, by the way.
Oh, yeah, call him a little girl. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
She says, "Thanks, I think I can manage." He says, it gets close, and he says, "No, no trouble. Part of the service. What else can I do for you?" She says, "Go away." Lance isn't going anywhere, and she says, "Do you want me to scream?" And Lance walks away. Wah, wah.
So she went for the nuclear option there, but good move, I guess.
I guess. I
Even
mean,
on this boat, the screaming would attract attention.
it
So,
wouldn't have done anything. You know what I mean? It'd have
no.
been like, oh, this place is really swinging. Like what? I don't even know how they would have reacted. Uh, he
Well, the
walks back to
captain's
his
in hiding, so I guess really there wouldn't have
right.
been much to do,
Anything can happen.
and the rest of the crew is chasing an alien, so
And Julie's just, yeah, I don't know. Ask him where everyone's husband is. Uh, Lance walks back to his friend, and his friend says, "Here's your pencil back, Professor. When is your next class?" Again, another perfect spot for the commercial, and they didn't do it here. Kills me. We are back in the lobby. Back in the lobby. Morton's walking with Gopher. Morton asks Gopher to read a book that he shows him, The Titans of Romulac, also available in the Love Boat Project merch store. A lot of books being added this week. Gopher
so
agrees. Hmm.
so I didn't know this, but I was like, Romulac sounds familiar.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, well, I'm thinking of Melmac, which is not correct.
I was thinking of Romulans like Star
Which
Trek,
it
I think.
is. I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. And there was a note, I think it was IMDb, where I saw that it was like there are some crew members that maybe like were on both shows or something like that, but
Interesting.
it wasn't like anything specific, but it is a little close considering Star Trek's a
It's
pretty
very close. It's
right.
very
Like
close.
I'm not exactly a huge Star Trek guy and I knew that one, so
It's one letter difference.
yeah. Like the great thing about alien names is you can just make up any words. It's like Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, oh, you can't trademark that. You can't,
Yeah, it's oh,
what is the
she's a
IP for?
flibberty flu. It's,
Mm, yeah, I spell Toodaloo different. That's going to be how
oh,
we'll get it. We're going to get that, the
doo-doo.
IP for that one. It's Toodaloo with 5 O's and 5 T's. I don't know. Morton asks Gopher to read his book. He tells Gopher that their names will go down in history for their discovery and that they are, quote, children's children would be proud. Gopher says, if you're right, our children's children will be geraniums. This
I feel like there was
storyline's not
a
getting any better for me.
I feel
Yeah.
like there was a flub because he said
Yeah.
if we're lying, and then he said all these things. I think somebody got something mixed up and they just kept
Yeah.
it. They were like, eh.
They were like, considering the story, like, screw it. Let's just, we cut to Monica knocking, excuse me, on Stubing's door again. We see him hiding from her in the hallway. She leaves. He looks relieved, and we go to our first commercial break, Mike. Thank goodness. They really jammed a lot. And it hit me. This alien thing would have been a great storyline for this co-star to be on the Muppet Show, that she's an alien. I'm like, this is a perfect Muppet Show storyline.
I believe she was on the Muppet Show.
I think she was
I
too.
think I've seen her. We actually, fun fact, this isn't a very good episode, so we can talk about other stuff. So,
Sure.
we recently got back into the Muppet Show. We had kind of taken a break to move on to Sesame Street and other stuff, but the 3 episodes that we watched yesterday, because our little buddy was under the weather.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
That's my favorite when it's Mark
slash
Hamill
Mark
and Luke
Hamill,
Skywalker.
which watching
Chewbacca's
it,
in it. Oh, it's
well,
great.
watching it now, you're like, oh, of course, Mark Hamill, multi-talented voice guy, dancer, singer, all that stuff. But back then, that must have blown people's brains.
Yeah.
Then Christopher Reeve,
Oh,
excellent.
it makes me sad. Yeah.
Excellent comedy chops. He was so charming. Like, you
He
get
was
it.
just talented, man. That guy could act.
But also totally understand the Patrick Wayne thing.
Yeah.
They are so similar. It is wild how similar those two felt. And then one of your favorites, Linda Carter, and she was also great,
Love
and
Linda
she sang a
Carter.
couple songs.
Really? I didn't know she
Well, I
could
think we
sing.
had a variety show thing with her, and we were like, "What does she do?" She sang. She sang the Rubber Band Man.
Well,
So
that's pretty
anyway,
awesome. Big Linda
thumbs
Carter.
up.
Do we get Linda Carter on this ship? On
I
this
think
boat?
it's possible once
I
the
hope so. That's Wonder
invisible
Woman's
plane
gone.
goes down. You gotta do something. So
we're back from break. We see Eleanor eating steak in her cabin. What? But I thought she hears a knock on her door and she says, "Come in." So she's not really trying to hide the fact she's eating steak, Mike. Can we like,
that's a good point. What if it had been Morton?
that's what I thought.
Yeah, she didn't ask. Although I will say Morton's Steakhouse.
Not a sponsor, but delish. She says, "It's Isaac with a bottle of wine for Eleanor," and again, we'll be here all night, but I just think it's a weird thing for your head bartender to be delivering bottles of wine to passengers' rooms.
How much is the Pomona library system paying their librarians?
No
She's eating
kidding.
steak and drinking
Who's got
bottles
money
of
for
wine?
that kind of Cabernet? What are you, Eleanor? What are you doing? He's shocked to see her eating steak. She asked if she should be ordering the chicken, but she knows she's playing this game. So this whole thing is
I think she was looking for somebody to tell.
maybe. Isaac says, "Morton said that you were a vegetable. I mean, a vegetarian." Isaac says, "He said you were from outer space. Isn't that the silliest thing you've ever heard?" She said, "No, not at all. I worked very hard to make him believe it. Although I just told her to come in my cabin, even though I know that's not him." Anyway, she explained that for months she did everything she could to get Morton's attention, but he never noticed her. Okay. Yeah, that makes
I mean, to be fair,
it's okay.
if I was going to the library, I don't know that I would expect someone to be making moves on me.
No, not the library. Like,
Yeah.
no,
That's where books make out.
right. That I don't even where you make a copy. Where you go find microfiche. Isaac says, "Well, you got him hooked. He thinks you turn into a plant at night." Eleanor points to 2 bunches of gift shop flowers. You could tell. "I got these in case he wanted." I see what you're doing. "Meet my family members." She asks Isaac not to say anything. And Isaac says, "Don't worry. Who'd believe me anyway?" Wait, who'd believe him that he said she? Okay.
Who'd believe that the gift shop had tiny plants like that?
There's a lot of plants, and I never. Why can't you water the plants where they are? Why does she keep taking a plant in the back? Why does she? Is that what you do with a plant?
Brother, you're asking the wrong guy.
You're wearing forest green, sir. I'm just saying. I am not a plant guy, so I really don't know. Monica and Brad are arriving for dinner. Camera cuts to Miss Dayton sitting alone and looking at the menu.
Oh, the most single thing you can do.
Again, I want to say no international night. As far as we know, it was red meat night.
It was very heavy red meat. It was well, Reagan's in office now, or he's coming in. So
we're back. Yeah.
There was enough like kind of filler that I was like, "Ooh, we're going to get a flag. We're going to get a theme." But no. Alas, no.
Nothing. Although there was something weird with that. Lance's friend arrives at the table, tells Miss Dayton that she might want to switch table assignments. His friend Lance is sitting there as well. Uh-oh. He reminds her who Lance is and apologizes. Says he's an original and that they threw away the mold when they made Lance. Miss Dayton says, too bad. They should have kept the mold and thrown away Lance.
They should have kept them all and thrown away.
Yeah, she's not. She's reading at best.
She has like one good line delivery towards the end, and that's literally it. Everything else is just like
There's no emotion on her face,
Yeah.
too. Even after what happens, there's nothing.
I can't wait
She's
to see her in Dynasty to find out if she's any good.
Ugh. He introduces himself as Scott Hansen, as we talked about the guy who ruined Red Zone and the guy who does Catch a Predator. Walks up and pitches an idea to Scott about the Dottie sisters. He turns and sees Miss Dayton. He says, "It's Kismet. This is your lucky day. Oh, you get a second crack at me." And Scott says, "Too late, buddy. She's already got a date." And Lance calls her a sly dog. He tells Scott, "One lesson from the old master, and you move right in." Lance says to Miss Dayton, the line of the episode, "I don't see why you're settling for a hamburger when you could have prime rib." He says that he'll see her at the dance, and by then she'll be ready for the first team. This guy, what? They keep talking about going to a dance.
Yeah,
It's
there's a
this
lot
and
of
another. What
like it's like a
dance?
sock hop or something. Like,
There's no theme to it. I don't understand because it comes up several times. They say the dance.
and they
Moving
never
drinks it up.
show
They
they
just
never
show the
show the
Acapulco
dance.
Lounge? No,
Right.
I don't know what it
So
is.
you could have said it. You could have said it was the most amazing dance in the world.
It was the
It's like,
greatest, right? But
it was the Xanadu
what a
magic night
weird
dance. Like,
I feel like something was cut out of this or something because they
yeah,
wouldn't bring it
the
up and
good
not
stuff.
have it. Yeah, well,
So-
acting, Mike. They left all the acting out.
The writing was pretty absent as well.
She thanks Scott for coming to her rescue. They agree to have dinner and go to the dance together. Scott looks at the menu and says the prime rib looks good. And Miss Dayton, about to sink her horns in. I think I'd prefer the hamburger. Again, I'm girl dumb, but come on.
So
Yeah,
we can put a pin in it for later conversation.
Please.
But like, what is Scott Hansen doing? Is he white knighting? Is he literally just trying to get away from Lance Michaels? He didn't seem to be that dug in on what he said he was dug in on later in the episode. So
I think maybe he was just on this boat. Maybe he didn't want to like be Lance or be Lance's sidekick. Maybe he had every intention of just like relaxing on the ship and then it just sort of,
spiraled.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't
Really
know.
took a turn. It really took a
did
turn for
took
Scott
a
Hansen.
real turn for Scott Hansen. Jeez.
The irony, the tables have turned on Scott Hansen.
No kidding. Looks like you're in the red zone now, pal. You know?
Looks like this is the witching hour.
We see Eleanor in her cabin. She's moving plants around to water them. It's a weird scene, my friend. Gopher and Morton are walking on deck together. Morton says, "This is Eleanor's room right here." What? And they look through the window in Eleanor's cabin. Before I say what they saw, what is happening? Who's got a cabin
With a window?
in like a common hallway? That doesn't, because wouldn't the hallway be full of windows in that case? But they're not. Why would there
But
be?
why would you ever have an exposed room? Ever?
I have
on this,
no
On this
idea.
perv boat, why would you ever have that?
Right. And the window's big enough to just climb in too. Like, why are you?
Why would you not just have the door slightly ajar because Eleanor's trying to get seen?
Right.
Why would she not just have the door slightly ajar and they stick their eye in and look? Like,
The
why
window
would
is
you
too much, man?
build? This will never come back.
No.
Like, this is ridiculous. The only window like this we've ever seen was on the outside, but it was when they
Right.
were trying to scam Wendell Sneed.
Or when she was through the clothes out the window.
Well, that was
Remember
a
that?
porthole, yeah.
But I mean, same sort of
Yeah.
external facing.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure you it just doesn't
This
make
is like
any
she's a
sense.
Christmas display at the mall.
Something. She's in, like, in a co she what, her room's in a common area? I don't understand, like,
She's in a
uh,
bank window.
it's just weird. It tells Gopher to take a look, and Gopher does, and he sees a plant in front of a book with a reading lamp, sorry. I don't know what a reading map is. Morton says that's Eleanor in her dormant state. Mike, this is just I've
I'm
just
not
had about enough
saying
of this
it's
bullshit,
good.
man. Like, it's just enough. It's too much. It's just like another and Morton says, "No, she's obviously dozed off." We see Eleanor remove the plant in front of the book to water it. Morton asks Gopher about the chapter in the book about the invasion. Gopher says it's science fiction. Eleanor removes the plant or one of the leaves. She puts it behind her ear. Morton's explaining that Eleanor can change form as easily as we change clothes. Gopher looks in the window again, and now Eleanor is sitting in front of the book with a piece of the plant behind her ear. And Gopher says, "Oh my God, it's true." What if Steubing saw Gopher peering in passengers' windows?
I
Like,
mean, is it peering if there's just a window though? Like that Steubing would be like, "Where did
mm,
this window come from?"
I think the peering is going back for the second look. Maybe the first one is purely like,
What's this window doing here?
right, like it's situational, but still. Mm. Scott and Miss Dayton walking in the hall together. She thanks him for taking her to the dance and running interference. He says he enjoyed it, asks if he's going down the tour tomorrow. Only one stop on this cruise, too, Mike. Puerto
Well,
Vallarta.
that's
So,
one up from last week.
yeah. They just went
So
and did a lap around the totem pole and came home. Scott says yes, and Miss Dayton offers to be his date. They go their separate ways. She stares at her awful wedding ring, her awful fake wedding ring, before she unlocks the cabin door and looks in the direction that Scott was walking. She's not looking to relax. She's not looking to rest. I
she's
just
getting
want it for
rest,
the
Mike.
record. Mm. Pirates Cove, Mike. Isaac setting up the
Arr.
bar as Steubing sneaks in. Uh, asks Isaac if he's alone in a whisper. He tells Isaac that he missed dinner. I think he'd be a little more frantic, don't you? He didn't even have access to food at this point. He would be flipping out. And also, no captain's table to speak of. How could he not have the awkward captain's table with
With
Monica
no
and Brad?
captain. Oh, that would have been good.
Right?
They felt like they were very light on sets this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used that same railing like for every
A
it was like
lot.
3
Yeah.
sets. That was
Yeah.
it. And stock footage that says, "Welcome to Puerto Vallarta." Uh, Isaac offers him some milk, and I'm like, "He didn't ask for milk, dude. He asked for food."
You
Just
better make
saying.
that ice cream.
Right, you better
Sure.
solidify that. Isaac says, "Why are we whispering?" He explains he doesn't want her to find him.
What
Isaac
time do
says,
you think this is?
I was wondering that too. If it's are they
He's
closing?
in his little outfit, so it's night for
I
sure.
think and you missed
You missed
I don't think the
dinner,
Pirates Cove is open late. I think that's what it is. I think that's like the daytime place, right? But then it
but this
well,
isn't
it's not
daytime.
daytime.
And Isaac works the primetime bars at dinner time.
Yeah, I don't know why he would even be in there if it's not open.
Well, and I have even more questions when Isaac comes back with this paltry food because you would assume they don't go through all their food at night.
They throw anything not eating is just
especially
scraped and chucked
especially
through
if
the porthole.
I mean, especially if Steubing wasn't there, you know they're not out of
There's
food
so much there's something's wrong. The ship's off balance. We have too much food on the right-hand side of the ship. Uh,
It's veering like Captain Steubing's car.
I mean, were there just a bunch of passengers at the table just waiting for him to show up because he's supposed to
That
do
would
a
have been
captain's
see
table?
now that and again, this is where a good show, a good episode could have done a 3-second thing where it's
Just
just like everybody's sitting there waiting.
right.
That's it, like a real thing. But this
Have
wasn't
Brad look
that.
at his
This
watch or
wasn't
Monica look
that.
at his wa look at her watch, something.
Yeah, Brad
No.
do one of those things where this crap never happened when I was captain.
Yeah. Or
And then
he
Brad
moves
Brad
over and
takes over the
sits in his
table.
seat. Yeah.
Oh well,
Screw this.
yep. You're my daughter now, Vicky.
Yeah, Stubby thought I would be a better son. Yeah, it gets real deep.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, and then Milo shows up.
You know what's funny is I can't see that guy, Brad. There's no Stubby in Brad's future in my mind. Like, there's no I don't see him. I felt like I don't know. I felt like it was such an empty part the way it
We
was
can do
played.
a lot of work with that friends and family category, but yeah, I it's a shame
Mm,
because he had a good voice,
great
but
voice,
they didn't
but
give him anything to do.
no. As Steubing pours a glass of milk, Monica walks in. Uh-oh. Steubing's now pouring the milk all over the bar.
Boy,
Come
oh
on, dude.
boy.
Oh, no. Show you how shook I am by how I pour milk. She asked where Steubing's been, and she's looked all over for him. She asked if Steubing if he's trying to avoid her. This is when he should have said, "Yeah, because you're making me feel uncomfortable because we're such good friends."
Right. Also, I haven't
Steubing
eaten
says,
all day.
"Right, I haven't eaten all day and I'm shaky. Like, don't get between me and that tuna sandwich, Monica." Uh, she says, "Maybe you feel like I'm too old." What? Is it time? Can we come back to this now? It's completely ridiculous. You
I wanna
feel like
save
I'm
it for
too
when they do the
old,
big
but
reveal.
like, okay, all right. Steubing says, "You're as lovely as ever. Any man would be proud to have you." She says, I was hoping you'd feel that way," and plants a smooch on him.
And
Oh
then
God.
just elite Doc.
Oh, like a ninja. Beverly Hills Ninja, Adam Bricker, walks into Pirates Cove undetected. Was he wearing just socks? He had socks on, tiptoeing.
No reason to be in there.
None. He was maybe looking for a sandwich too. Who knows? Sees the two of them locked in a smooch and immediately exits.
And he's like, "Whoa."
Oh.
Or did he say oops? Like, it was something like that. It was
Uh,
Doc went in
Monica,
there because he missed dinner, but Doc always misses dinner. So
every, yeah. Uh, he's looking for strays. Is
did you eat
anybody
my
still
did you eat my tuna fish,
just,
Merrill?
how dare you? He counts on that sandwich. Monica tells Steubing that this place is too public, that they need someplace more private, lots more private.
Ugh.
And then she says toodaloo and leaves. Why didn't she try to
Toodaloo.
whisk him away here? Wasn't she making the move now?
Yeah, I mean,
Why did she go
once you
toodaloo?
smooch somebody in public, you've kind of already cast your
Right?
line there. I mean,
Uh,
Brad sounds like Brad's a sleepy fella. So
apparently.
sounds
You see, you're a deep sleepy fella.
Brad Brad's got a little bit of Richard Roundtree in him.
Just something. He just, yeah. Oh, he just numb. Numb, this guy. Isaac
That's why
returns
they
with,
had to take his ship away. He was
oh,
hot
because he was
milking it.
just
He was
numb.
hot milking it. So
Yeah. Oh. Isaac returns with a tuna sandwich, but Steubing says he lost his appetite. I don't believe that.
nope, these are all
Isaac
lies.
to Steubing says, if you didn't want the milk, why didn't you leave it in the bottle? And of course, we go to a commercial break with that
Stupid.
awful
Uh,
line.
at this
Oh,
point, it's falling apart.
oh,
At this
it's in
point, it's falling
shambles. We're just
apart.
trying to drag this thing over the finish line. Back from break, we see Gopher in the midst of a very deep dive into the Romulac information. Isaac walks up. Gopher is just telling, "This is amazing," saying that, thousands of humans have been kidnapped by Romulans. Isaac says, "Shh, we're not alone." He points to the tables. I'm sorry, points to the flowers on the table. Why wouldn't Isaac tell Gopher?
Well, she asked him not to.
Morton. But why would she let Gopher? You know what I'm saying? Why would
Yeah.
Isaac let his boy? He didn't. Why does Isaac have any loyalty?
Gopher's kind of I mean, she's a big tipper on the steak and wine
I
bill.
guess. But Gopher's just a dummy. They portray him.
Well,
He's just a
but that's
moron in this
why I think he
episode.
didn't tell him because like Gopher's constantly screwing things up.
Simple.
He screwed up that fight with Swag and
Yeah,
Lou
he
Jack
did.
last week.
Yeah, he did.
And
Oh,
something else. Didn't he also he screwed up the klepto stealing the
yes,
stuff
he
from the
did.
Boston
Yeah, he
family.
didn't do that right. He brought him. He
So
had him meet
there's
at
your
the
answer.
salad. Yeah,
There's your answer. Gopher screws up everything. That's why.
Gopher's just messing everything up this year. Gopher's he puts the book over the flowers. He tells Isaac, goes on and on. Isaac saying that the answers to the Bermuda Triangle is in the book. All the missing ships were taken to Romulac. Morton walks up and says, "I'm afraid I committed the cardinal sin of science, falling in love with my subject." Gopher says it's ridiculous. He asks Morton if he remembers what happened to Buck Blake in Prisoner of Romulac, available at the merch store. Morton tells Gopher that he can't help it. Isaac asks Morton, what if she's not from Romulac? Gopher says, take my word for it. We just have to find out if she's a queen. So apparently, Mike, if you have a green star birthmark on your right shoulder blade, Please tell me you drew in a green star on your
No,
right shoulder
sorry. I was
blade.
running late. My
Oh,
apologies.
darn it.
Yeah.
If Eleanor has that green star, pick up your laundry. We're all going to Romulak.
Pack up the car.
Doc finds Steubing on the bridge, says, "You animal," to Steubing that his fancy moves last night were worthy of him. Steubing explained the situation. Doc says she needs more attention from her husband and she's been getting. And I wrote, "No shit, Doc. No kidding. What? There's not a mystery here, sir." Uh, Steubing says, "You really think that's all it'll take?" Doc says, "For me, it's different. How much could it take for her to forget about you?" Which is really funny. Total asshole thing to say,
He's
but very
crapping on him
funny.
like when Dick Van Patten was trying to give him that job a couple weeks ago. He's just like, "You
Jesus.
suck."
Just Don Rickles this week, Doc. Jeez. Welcome to Puerto Vallarta. We see Eleanor sitting on deck and still reading the Secret and Private Life of Plants. Gopher and Morton see her, and Gopher wants to find out if she's the queen. They walk up. They try to get her to take her cover up off. She agrees to go swimming with Morton, and they see a green star in her right shoulder blade.
Dun,
Uh-oh.
dun, dun.
Gopher is stunned by this. Isaac walks up with 2 bottles of wine under his arm, asks Gopher what's wrong, tells me it looks like he saw a ghost. Gopher said it's all over. They're going to take us to Romulak. I will warn the other passengers. At this point, Isaac is still not telling him.
Yeah.
Gopher asks why Isaac is defending Eleanor, and Isaac says, "Promised her I wouldn't tell, but..." Gopher interrupts Isaac, says that Eleanor zapped Isaac and turned him into a Romulak. Isaac tells Gopher that he's crazy and nothing's going to happen. He runs away and he bumps into Vicky and says, "You poor kid, you haven't even begun to live." Ew. Brad's sitting by a window having a drink and reading a book. Apparently, Brad likes to sleep and read. Solo. Steubing walks up, asks Brad how his married life is going. What a direct, weird approach he took.
Seriously, just very weird.
He says it's airtight. Like all things, marriage tends to level off. Not as many highs, not as many lows.
Classic re-engagement vows right there.
Yeah, classic lover of marriage right there. That's singing its praises. Steubing says he makes it sound like it's comfortable and boring. Brad asks when Steubing became a chaplain. My favorite part of the episode's coming up right here. Steubing explains that there are many roles to his job. Cinnamon, Hawaiian, Kaiser, potato. That was for me, Mike. Sorry. Boo. Boo. All right, I'm sorry. It's only fair. It's only fair. I was Googling different roles. I was like, how many different roles?
I mean, they weren't that obscure, those roles you picked.
No, nothing. No, nothing. No, it was, nothing.
Long.
I didn't, long.
Hoagie.
Yeah, I didn't take a deep dive on role types. I didn't go too deep on that one.
Esther.
Nice. Steubing asks where Monica is. Brad says she went into town.
And here you are, sitting here.
Here you are. Brad says she said something about an exercise class later in Steubing, and you'll still be reading. When she's playing shuffleboard, you'll be taking a nap. And Brad's like, "Hey, assholes, there's something else on your mind here? Like, Jesus, bro. What a... Like, were they that good of friends where he can talk like this to Brad, but not Monica?
Well,
He can keep it real with Brad, but not his... What?
Either you are really good friends and you don't have to do this pussyfoot.
Right.
Or you're not really good friends with them and you do not say this to a passenger.
Right. Like, you're just let's just make this water muddy. It's just...
I love that Brad called him immediately out on it, though.
Like, hey,
for you,
like,
Captain
what
Brad
what's up?
Yeah.
Steubing. Oh, and I love that Steubing's such an expert in marriage too.
Yeah.
Stacey Skarsgård.
What do you owe for 1 there, Merrill?
Just Brad. The thing that kills most marriages is boredom. Do something about it before it's too late.
Yeah. What killed my marriage? Oh, not boredom. I was in love with a boat. Your boat, in fact.
Yeah,
so
it's
much like I'm in love with your wife.
Like, do something about it before it's too late, because I'm not going to do anything at all. Don't worry. I will never do anything. I love my boat. Like, just
what's that?
Weird...
I've had sex once on this show.
Maybe
twice. Maybe twice.
Maybe twice.
Yeah.
Sober too.
It's been a while though.
It's been a bit. It's
It's
been
been
a
a
bit. Remember,
long time. Thank
and he
God
had to
Vicky's here to prove that I had sex at least one other time.
he
So,
had to watch that woman dance with that other dude. Oh, who
she was
stands on the
also named
dance floor?
Eleanor.
Oh, he's just awful.
Maybe she was a plant.
It's poor. She could have been half the time. We hear an announcement from Julie. The ship is leaving Puerto Vallarta in 30 minutes.
That's it. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye. I feel like I barely knew you, Puerto Vallarta. Back in the Pirates Cove, Scott and Miss Dayton have returned from their offshore trip with bags and sombreros in hand.
Oh boy.
Miss Dayton orders 2 margaritas, which I'm sure we're not going to see Isaac make. She tells Scott that he's a very special guy. She tells him how much fun she had, wants him to know how much she enjoyed it. She got him a gift, this weird gold medallion thing, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't sure. At first I thought it was gonna be a
What is
watch.
That's what I thought. Like
Yeah.
okay. I bet you Lance would love that medallion.
Oh
You
my
know what I mean?
god, very much
He's
so.
got the matching set now.
Plus it's
Uh,
like, do you want to spoil this one? We can't, it's 'cause
right. Like, uh, so she goes to put it on him with her, she's holding it in her fake wedding ring hand. I guess I could have said left hand.
why is she still wearing the ring?
I have no idea.
She
I have
likes the
no idea.
guy. The whole reason that she wears it is to stay away. She's got this guy as her bulletproof vest. Why is she still wearing the ring? Plus, you
Maybe
spent
she thought she
all
was gonna get
day.
mobbed by the civilians in Puerto
No, that's
Vallarta.
true.
I don't
You
know.
spent all day shopping. Have you ever gone shopping with somebody all day? You're talking about anything.
No, yeah, ugh. Um, mm, it's weird. So, she asked if they can go to the dance. Another dance mentioned
Big dance
after
party.
dinner tonight. Or why don't you just go dancing? Scott says, "Afraid not." He made other plans. Boy, she
Quick
does
on his
not take
feet.
this
That's
well.
Scott Hansen.
She picks up her shit and leaves. She's
Yep.
gone, excuses herself. But on
She's
that
not
bright
used to
side,
rejection.
no. Well, maybe she take the fake wedding ring off, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Glass is half full because Scott gets 2 margaritas now. So shame on you. Isaac asks
Yes.
Scott if there's trouble, and Scott says, "That's what I'm trying to avoid."
Glug, 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 glug.
Just perfect timing for our 3rd commercial break right there.
Oh
Perfect.
man, there's no commercial breaks on Red Zone, but there's plenty of commercial breaks on
Plenty,
Scott Hansen.
plenty here. And he's talked a lot less in this episode than he normally does in a, an hour and
Over
32 minutes of
a
Red Zone.
over a highlight. Yes.
Yeah, over a guy who gets paid to do anyway. Sorry, Scott Hansen, not that you're listening to this. Back from break.
You
God,
never know.
imagine if he was. He was all pissed off right now. He's like,
I'm a
"Well, I
huge
thought
fan.
did a
I
good
can't
job."
wait till they get to episode 85.
He's
I'm a
he's
big
counting down till Monday.
I'm a big
Come on.
Morton fan.
Oh, I like to start my week. I'm sorry, Scott. I'm sorry. We're back from break. Steubing's walking on deck as Monica and Brad come jogging by. Brad tells Monica that he'll catch up with her. Brad's worn out from taking classes with his wife. Steubing tells him he's going to make Monica a happy wife. Brad says, or a happy widow.
Yeah.
Or Monica's just trying to tire this
Old
elderly man
bastard
out
Yeah.
so he'll go to bed even earlier.
41-year-old man.
Yes, 41-year-old man. Not with that voice. Come on. There's a lot of
No,
miles on that
that's
thing.
the other thing too. Yeah.
Got Gordon Soley's voice. I mean, how many dirty ashtrays are in that room? Come on.
mean, they don't let young people be captains of these boats.
No.
Like,
No.
we're almost there, Mike. We're almost there.
All right.
So-
I feel like I'm just watching a pressure cooker to see when it's done, when I can open it. Eleanor is standing next to the railing when Isaac walks up. Isaac tells Eleanor that both Morton and Gopher are hooked. They both believe she's from Romulac. Tells her that Gopher's in his cabin writing his welcome letter to the Romulites. Isaac asks Eleanor to reconsider her plan. Asks her what the next step is here. Eleanor says she hasn't thought of that. That's great. That's great.
Plant
Isaac,
aside.
yeah, we're just gonna live it. That's gonna be your gimmick
Live the
now. Half
gimmick,
plan,
yeah.
half.
It'd be an awkward funeral.
It's just weird. Isaac tells her that she should tell Morton the truth, or really take him to Romulac, which is funny. Eleanor says that once she's afraid that once she tells Morton, he'll lose interest. Isaac said there's only one way to find out. Eleanor says she'll tell him tonight, and Isaac says go for 2. She agrees to tell Gopher, but she wasn't in a hurry to tell Gopher.
No, Gopher was low on the priority list.
Trying to get Gopher fired.
Well, it's been
Spoiler.
2 weeks.
Yeah, he almost gets fired. Yeah. Stubing's in his office and Monica walks in without knocking. She tells Stubing that his idea worked. Brad's exhausted and he'll be asleep for hours. Oh, rats. Stubing, now hold it right there. No two-finger salutes in this episode, by the way. This has gone far enough. I can't let you destroy your life because of some whim. She says, whim? Meryl, I love you. He tells her that she doesn't want him. She wants what used to be. Meryl breaks it down. Why do you wait all this time to do it? It's just, he says,
this
we
is
all
going
love
on just long enough.
just long enough. It fits in perfectly to a 49-minute episode. Stubing says she doesn't want him. She wants what used to be. He says that we all love the remember when game. Oof, but that's not enough for Monica. She wants to go back in time for real, and that just can't happen. Monica does not handle this well.
I'm not
Not
the
at
great.
all.
I'm not Vincent Price in that Halloween episode.
Right. Like, oh, that's funny. There will be no
Illusions.
ice cream sundaes in the hot tub. Yeah. Stubing apologizes but can't let her ruin her marriage. Monica's even more upset. Tells Stubing goodbye and to never forget what might have happened here tonight. That's a weird statement.
Sex
Yes,
me.
with me. Or they're mentioning she just wanted to wrestle. Like literally, she's just from Wisconsin. She wanted to work
Monica,
on her chicken wing.
Monica, a definitely 39-year-old woman.
Just yeah. She runs out of his office crying. Oh boy. Eleanor and Morton are on deck together. They walk to the rail. Morton tells her that she knows what she is, but he's fallen in love with her. Eleanor tells him that she's not from Romulac. She's a human from Earth. Explain it's all been an act and she's a fraud. Morton's not happy about this, says goodbye because he was sort of the butt of the joke. She explains that she was trying to get his attention. She's in love with him. Boy, they are loose with the love on this show.
At least they knew each other before they got on the boat. Like this is as much prelude as we've ever had on one of these, to be honest.
I mean, what if he wanted to take her out and keep her as a trophy? You know what I mean? Like, oh, this alien, look at this. Man,
like E.T.?
That's a little dark. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what he's one of those scientists that when E.T. turned white and stuff. I don't know what Morton is. He's some weird doctor, you know? He wants to dissect her, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Could be anything.
Yeah, I could be wrong on that.
You've checked out. You've definitely checked out this.
Yeah, I just hate this storyline. Morton says, "You really are out of
the king of
world.
Kings."
Oh. Back to Scott standing by the rail looking at the ocean. Miss Dayton sees him and says hi. Says she wanted to apologize for embarrassing him. She got carried away and pushed too hard. Scott said it's over. Miss Dayton doesn't accept that. She really does not accept it. He's trying to be like, lady. He says he didn't want this to happen and that he's sorry. Miss Dayton says, I'm not, and they smooch more. Tells her to stop. People are going to start watching.
Committed. No one is committed to their dropping out of this.
No.
This crime here.
No. She suggests that they go somewhere where they
a little more private.
People are starting to start washing somewhere private. Yeah. They walk away hand in hand. Okay.
Monica's cabin.
Yeah, right. Brad wouldn't even notice. He's sawing logs. Stubing is in the bridge, moving the aforementioned blank pieces of paper around 30 minutes ago. And Brad joins him. Part of me hoped that Brad was going to come in and just sock him, like total misunderstanding or whatever. But when I saw how much time was left, I knew that's not what's going to happen. Brad said his hysterical wife woke him up. Asked Stubing if Monica made a pass at him. Stubing says not to blame Monica. Brad should have been like, answer the question, Meryl. He says you don't have to protect her. I know her pretty well. I saw this coming for months. Whatever you said or did seems to have pulled the plug. You know, her 40th birthday is coming up. And she thought it was over for her.
Okay.
Mike, Can we do the math now?
So, yes. So, first of all, let me say when the characters of the Wells family came on screen, my wife was sitting in the room and I said, "How old do you think these people are? These
Fair
characters?"
question.
I said, "How old do you think these are?" And she's seen a few episodes enough to know that they age weird. And so she kind of baked that into her calculus.
Sure, we have
Her
to. I mean,
guess,
that's the reality.
yeah.
Yeah.
Her guess
Wait,
was,
wait, 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 wait. Before you say
yeah,
it, can
go
I
ahead.
guess what her guess is?
Yes, absolutely.
I would think she's got to think that that guy's at least mid 50s, mid to late 50s, and she's early 50s.
55
Yeah.
for both. Yeah, she
Yeah.
took 55 on the both, so which I think
Yeah.
was a fair guess.
And
So,
I would agree.
so let's do a little math. Let's do a little fun math here. So, Eleanor, or not Eleanor, Monica is allegedly turning 40,
39.
which means she
39.
was born in 1940.
Oh, shit. You're doing this. Okay.
World War II's D-Day took place in 1944 or
Yes.
45? 44? Okay.
44, I believe.
Okay. So that means Steubing was serving in the war in 1944, which makes him at least 18 at that time.
Right. Maybe 17 in some weird planet, but probably
Probably
18,
18,
18,
right?
19, something like that. Yeah.
So Monica is 4 and Meryl is at least 18.
Okay.
And we're supposed to believe that these two had an affair at that time. Then factor in the fact that he was married to Stacy Steubing
Yeah.
for 17 years and had Vicky 10, 12 years ago. Something doesn't fit.
No, it's all the
Meryl had an
numbers
affair with Monica when he was 4,
with Stacy, but
she
then
was
had the
4.
baby with that woman with
Right.
like,
Yeah. So
I
I'm calling
wonder if she
BS
knew
on
that
all that.
woman. I wonder if Monica knows Vicky's mom.
I mean, if Vicky is 12 or 13, that would make Monica 27 at the time that Vicky was born. It just none of it adds up.
Well,
Steubing is not the
if she's 39, right, in this
right
episode, how old is Brad in Love Boat world?
50.
But it still doesn't work. It still
No,
doesn't
none of
work.
it works. None of it works. It's ridiculous. I mean,
Because if he's 50 and you go back to D-Day, you have to assume he's somewhat older than Steubing. It doesn't make sense. Like he
just
couldn't be.
don't say any birthday.
Just don't say anything.
And then you can at least just assume, okay, these guys are all about the same age. I'm going to
Right.
assume everybody's about 60 and I don't have to think about this anymore.
There's got to be a Love Boat wiki with like what he did prior something.
This is the most timeline breaking.
Yes.
Because there's no way Meryl Steubing's character could have dated somebody who is present day 40 years old.
No, 39. No.
About to be 40. Happy birthday.
About to be 40. Happy birthday, Monica. Because that's what she wants to hear. You know? Tears.
But yeah, I mean the fact that just the Stacy marriage of 17 years and the Vicky 9 years before he found out, like you're already up to 26 years. Because I'm assuming he didn't have an affair on Stacy, right?
No.
Right. So we're talking that's 26 years. He has to be 18 to get into D-Day. We're already up to 44.
Well,
so
that's interesting.
I'm just saying somebody's lying, and it's not me, and it's not you.
You know what would have worked? A simple solution to all this. Say she's turning 50. That would have solved the whole thing.
Or just say nothing.
Her birthday's
just
coming
say,
up.
Yeah, exactly. Just say her birthday's coming up. Exactly. That's all you have to do. But I rewound it so many times because I was like, I couldn't have heard that correctly.
Yeah,
like
when she said it, I was like, wait.
It is not the actress, to your point, is in her mid 40s. It's not that.
She's 44.
It is the character, the way they portrayed the character and that storyline. It is we all had a lot of fun in 1957.
Right. You can't. God, I hope not. But then the Brad thing makes even less sense. If that's really, they shouldn't have said anything. There's no need to Like, why give us a detail that makes no sense when you guys never give details?
I was
Like,
we'll probably talk about this at the end, but it's
yeah,
like the the layout of all the storylines was weird. The grouping of all three of them in the same episode was probably a bad idea. But it's like you kind of the first half at least had, oh, this is a silly Steubing farce. And then the
but
second half
then
they tried to get like serious and with
it
no
just give me one
bones.
or the other. Give me
Yeah.
one or the other.
Yeah.
Uh, Brad says that he and Monica talked about a lot of things, and now she's not convinced that he cares and will always care. But is that really about the? Gave her the security she seems to need. Steubing tells Brad that he needs a second honeymoon. Brad says that he's headed back to his cabin to
That's
start
right.
right
I'm gonna
away.
go have sex with my wife.
Yeah, if I
So-
don't
so-
fall asleep first, because my entire body aches.
I will never be able to get out of the image of my wife wanting to sleep with you, though, Meryl.
Oh,
So I have to shoot you at noon. So,
yeah. I challenge you to a duel.
seriously,
Brad says she asked me to give you a message. It's safe for you to go to the dance again with the damn
damn the
dance
dance.
thing.
Is that 3 dances or is that the second
3,
dance
I think
again?
it's the second dance again.
Yeah.
We're in the Acapulco lounge for either some dancing or a dance. I don't
Or
know.
the dance.
The dance.
Oh, maybe it's the forbidden dance.
The
That's why we
lambada.
can't. That's
Ugh.
why we can't see it.
You know, there were 2 competing lambada movies.
I do remember that.
There was, like,
yeah.
the forbidden, but then there was another one, like,
Yeah. From the
Lambada Nights
streets or take
something.
it to the
Yeah,
streets. There's yeah.
it was good. You know, "I dance real well. You're just not used to my dancing style." And you're like, "You don't know
Was
lambada.
it
You don't know nothing." It was a
was
whole
it as long as South Pacific?
it was 2 hours and 35 minutes of lambada nights. Gopher's drinking champagne at a table by himself, and we know he's drunk because his bow tie's
Yep.
untied.
Like Gopher loves getting quick drunk at work.
Just on champagne drunk.
That's a bad
Steubing
headache. That's a bad headache, Gopher. I've been there, brother.
Steubing sees Gopher in his drunk state, and you know that's gotta be a pet peeve. Steubing says,
Mhm.
"Gopher, what are you doing?"
Mr. Smith.
Gopher Gopher says, "Relax, Curly. Sit down." It's like, I like this Gopher. Like, can we have him all the time? Gopher decides that now is the time to talk to Steubing about a few things and stands up. Gopher makes fun of Steubing's first name. This is the best part of the episode.
A little
right?
bit of James Gregory. Not a lot, but a little
Yeah,
bit
not
of
a
James
lot.
Gregory. Yes.
And a little bit of Gopher says that Steubing's a nice guy, but sometimes he can be a real pain in the rear. Isaac tries to get him out of there. Steubing says, "Mr. Smith, I will see you in the morning. The only question is whether or not you'll be going home with passengers." Gopher grabs Steubing's shoulder. I am up clapping. Yeah, it's finally happened. Mutiny, mutiny. It says, "Wrong, Meryl. No one's going off. They're all going up." Morton explains to Gopher that she's not from Romulac. She's a librarian from Pomona. Gopher leaves to fix things with Steubing.
Poor Gopher.
Steve and Miss Dayton are hugging in her cabin. Steve says, oh boy, that she'll be a tough lady to forget. Looks like this storyline's over. Nothing could possibly happen here. She tells him not to try because it doesn't have to end. She's still wearing that stupid ring. Her ring is stupid, not. Steve says that she's forgetting her husband. She explains that there is no husband and it really doesn't have to end. Steve says, yes, it does. Miss Dayton says, no, I'm not married. And Steve says, but I am.
Twist.
Whoa, what a twist.
So I
And
think
leaves
I
her
picked
cabin.
I think I picked it out.
Jeez.
I think I got it. I definitely got it at the margarita scene.
They were hiding left hands too. They were hiding his left hand a lot. I went back and watched.
Oh, very nice. I did not notice that. But
There was nothing on his left hand, but they were hiding it.
I had a feeling because there was as little as there was there. If that hadn't
Yeah.
been it, I don't know what they could have done. My only question about it was this ends up being one of the rare no love at the end of the line
No love.
storylines. So
Nothing.
yeah.
Back in Los Angeles. I'm sorry, we go to our final commercial break.
So
one
what-
hell of a break.
What so this guy's married.
Yeah.
If you follow your logic, he went on with his friend,
Right.
wasn't going to do anything. Next thing you know, he's sleeping with a famous supermodel.
I mean,
So you really think now? Let me ask you this, Mike. Why is this different than the sisters who went on the boat and slept with all those shortstops?
remember we were just naming random ones
There
for
is
a
no
long time.
difference, right?
Yeah. The only
There
I'm
is no
trying to think.
difference. The Gooch
I'm looking
and
for it. We have to
Scotland are
assume that
exactly as
Lance
the
is on
sisters.
there quite a bit. Right. It's this it
No, you can't.
it well, let me ask you though, is Scott or is the only reason Scott did this because she's a supermodel and she kept
Yeah.
pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing? No, I mean that from I think Lance's motivations are the same as that those ladies, but I don't know about Scott, despite the end result.
Some something tells me
You're
that if
giving him too
you ended
much
up on this
benefit of the
cruise
doubt.
with whoever
Yeah.
our friend equivalent of Lance Michaels
We
is,
know
which
who it
pick
is.
any of them.
Could be a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so there's no way where you accidentally sleep with a supermodel. I'm sorry, there's
No.
just not.
No. No. Uh-uh. No,
So,
because what you
I mean, listen, color me surprised if it happens, and what an episode that will be. But
color me surprised if that happens. I don't know what yeah, no, I think you're right, and maybe I'm giving him benefit of the doubt because of my I'm a big Diagnosis Murder fan, but again, he had no integrity in the situation.
no, he didn't. And
0.
this is again, sometimes a little honesty goes a long way.
I completely agree. I
Maybe instead
completely
of all
agree.
that shopping, maybe you do a little swapping of truth.
Wow, when you say it like that, it really
Yeah, it
but
resonates,
again, if
doesn't
he
it? Yeah.
sees the ring on her, why can't he go, "Phew, thank God another married person on this cru" you know what I mean? Like, something like that never comes up in conversation, the hours you're shopping.
Well, it's not just that, but it's like I still don't understand why she didn't take her ring off
Stu she probably couldn't get it
or
off. She
just
had
explain it. Oh, that's
shitty ring.
true. It's stuck. It's just, there's a whole scene where there's butter missing. Like she's just.
She almost loses her finger, you know?
Oh man, she needs the gooch to help take it off.
Oh, he'll help. He will help.
I'll take something off. Hello, ladies.
Oh, hey-oh. Brad Monica leaving the ship. Monica asks how he kept turning her down. Steubing says that every time she left, he was biting the furniture.
Mm.
I get what they're saying, but that's a really weird
I mean,
phrase.
to be fair, he's very backed up.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
He
Captain of
hasn't
the
had
week,
sex since
backed up Steubing.
he hasn't had sex since the magician,
Since Vicky, if he even had sex with that.
the palm reader, right?
Yeah, that's true. You gotta think.
And we
Although
don't
she hasn't
even
been back.
know that for sure. We're
No,
just assuming
I mean, his
that we're
track
gonna go.
record is saying no, but
But
circumstances would make you think yes.
I'm pretty sure that we're like that was in the 40s for us, that episode. It's been a
It's a
while
long
from
time
now.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, a long time.
Before that, it was the creation of Vicky.
Well, no, it was Jessica Walter.
Oh, that's right.
They had that one night, and then he tried to make it a whole thing, and she's like, "No, I'm good.
No, I'm
thanks."
good. I'm good. Sorry. Lance and Scott are leaving. Lance says that it's too bad the married woman didn't work out. It would have been a great deal for Scott. Lance, another great Lance quote. Married ladies are the best. No hassle, no involvement, and they always have to get home. As we see Miss Dayton walk by them on her way off the ship, she walks up to Julie. Julie said the ring did the trick for her because she's leaving alone. Miss Dayton takes the ring off, gives it to Julie. Says the next time she wears one of those, it'll be for real. Don't do that to Julie again. I thought we were past season 3 meanness.
That is kind of a. I don't
She's
think
like
she knew, but
staring
maybe she
at it.
did. Do
If
you
I was
think
Julie, I just wouldn't take it. I just would have dropped it. Like, no, 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 no,
just
no,
hit her
no.
in the head with it?
Yeah.
Do you think Lance knows that Scott Hansen is married or doesn't care?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How would he not?
I'm just saying he doesn't seem to be like, "Hey, Scott, your wife at home there."
Yeah, but it's Lance. Whoo, come on, baby. You know what I
Well,
mean? Like
Lance
Lance,
isn't married though. Like to me,
Lance
Lance would
doesn't
be like,
care.
"Hey, brother, get out of here so I can get in there."
Lance is not a hater. All right. Lance is like, hey, everyone swings on this boat. Woo, you know?
I'm gonna
He's all
guess
about the party,
Lance.
Lance.
I'm gonna
He's
guess Lance
selfless.
is a hater of blood tests in about 5 years.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Schedule a checkup now. Uh, Stubing's walking down the stairs with Gopher on his tail, asking Stubing if he can do anything for him. Stubing says no. Morton and Eleanor walk up to Isaac and Gopher and tell them they're getting engaged and that they are looking forward to a heavenly wedding. Gopher asks Isaac how he could have been so gullible. Isaac says there are no aliens on Earth. Just as he says that, a woman walks by with a green star tattoo on her right shoulder blade.
Boy,
And we get a Isaac and Gopher freeze frame to end
yeah.
the episode. Whew, we did it. We did it. Fuck.
Totals and recap. Best
Oh,
episode 5, the Acapulco steeplechase classic.
no.
So, worst episode, we were
Whew.
debating between the last 2 episodes we did, and I'm going to assume we're now throwing this episode into the mix. So this is
I think we have to. Boy, they've been on
I
a run, man. 3 in a
I
row?
don't know that we've had, and again, they are not the worst episodes we've ever seen. So I'm not comparing
No,
them to like the worst, but
but
I
for
don't know
this
that we've
season,
ever I don't know that we've ever had 3 in a row that we considered the worst of a season. Like it's usually that we have an accidental one in there that like stops the streak, but this is
I feel like you could make a valid argument for each one, especially like right after talking about it. You know, like
this
I
one was
don't
the
know, man.
one where this one was the one where for me it went down the smoothest, but there were so many just like, and again, I didn't hate the plant story, which I understand by you hating the plant story,
It was
how
too
bad this episode
long.
is. I
Like
don't
it was
disagree.
too much. It was like this could have been a 30-minute episode
I guess
easily.
I thought it was well acted by all 4 of them. And I guess maybe
I agree.
that's what I'm going on.
I
And I guess it's also the difference between then the terrible acting in some of the other ones and then like just the absolute illogical plot points that they dropped in.
well,
I'm
it's
not saying the point is if we're arguing about this, it's one of the worst episodes of the
Oh,
season.
it's definitely one of the worst episodes. This
So
de like, we can find things. It's funny to me that the worst performance, in my opinion, on the episode is from someone who went on to be on, like, Dynasty for 88 episodes. Like, I don't even know there was no range, there was yeah, it's odd. Yeah, I don't
we've
I
now
think it's in the argument for worst.
well
It's tough to
and
say if it's worst.
my biggest concern I think generally
Yeah.
is the 3 episodes we're talking about are the 3 episodes after the run of two-parters and 90-minute and
Yeah.
travels and stuff like that. These have been the quote unquote normal episodes, and I'm a little concerned that we're just kind of the floor has dropped out a little bit. Because there just hasn't been even something that you really get
Dude.
like, holy cow, that was great, or something like that. It's just been kind of like 3 pretty meh episodes.
Well, I wonder yeah,
But not awful.
I would say it's in the argument for worst episode, but I don't think it's the worst episode of the season.
Yeah, I think,
It's close, but
but
not
I
quite.
think all 3, the last 3, I think you could see them all on the ballot
Yeah,
probably. It's been, and then me and you both kind of disagreed on the two-parters. Like
right.
it's been a lousy season.
Well, I think it sets up for an interesting conversation at the end of the year for worst storyline. I think it's gonna be interesting. I mean, who
It's
knows?
not going to
Maybe
be
we
the
agree.
it's not going to be the plant. I'm
No, no,
pretty
it's
confident
not.
there's stuff that's already been worse
Yeah,
that I
no, I
can't think
agree.
of right now. But like you
I
forget those two-parters had like 19 storylines. So
my issue too, it's not did I think it was a dumb storyline? Sure. Is it the only dumb storyline that we've ever seen? No, of course not. And some of the dumb storylines I love. It was just the length, like, it just didn't need to be
You know what this thing needed
Just
was one.
wasn't written for a 49-minute show. It
This
just
thing
ugh.
actually needed one good, relatively serious, dramatic storyline.
Yes.
You could
To
have gotten
balance the
away with
nonsense. Yeah.
2 of these silly storylines, but none of them had any kind of, like,
No,
actual
there's no
weight to
legs. It's
'em.
just
Yeah.
kinda but yeah, I think we feel the same way.
So, yeah, so we're in a bit of a rut here.
Funk, dude.
Captain of the week.
Ugh. Is there a captain of the week this week? I would if we're talking acting, I thought Tom Smothers did a good job. I thought Gopher did a good job, but I, I'm having a real tough time thinking of anyone that should wear that hat this week. You? I'm stumped here.
I thought there was a lot of good. Like I
Yeah, I did
said, I
too.
thought all 4 people in the plant storyline were good, and
Right.
I thought Barry Van Dyke was good. And for what it was, I thought the Gooch was good.
The Gooch. Yeah.
Um,
But
so that's
nobody
a lot of,
nobody stole
but
the, you know what I
nobody
mean?
popped. Nobody
No.
popped. And
I,
that's honestly, last week,
I think
who
can we
was the
not
person?
can we be captainless? Is that an option?
Well, what about Captain Brad Wells? Except for him being sleepy.
Chuck, you can't give him captain of the week just because he used to be a captain. Like that
I mean,
doesn't work.
points per minute, it should be Doc. He came
I
in,
mean, I'm
just beat up
not.
Stubing and left.
He was great. Yeah, his sneaking inability.
Yeah, but
Uh,
we need, and I'm
eh,
probably like already. I mean, God, we're basically a third of the season done now, which is
yeah,
crazy.
that's
Um, but like, there's not a lot of performances that I'm like, oh yeah, that was
no,
like that was,
no.
and we
Well,
definitely
this
don't
we've had to
have a
lower the
season.
bar all season. We've had to
Right.
lower that bar.
We don't have a season of by any means. Like even the Julie comeback season, which I still agree with. Really, the last couple of weeks, she's had as little to do as Doc has.
She had everything too. And it's
Yeah.
funny. Remember before the season started, we are like, "All right, the strike, we get it, we get it, we get it." But now,
These are the ones after the strike, theoretically.
look, I would think next week has to be the Christmas episode.
Yes.
I mean, it's on the 20th.
I think it is the Christmas. I think we
I
actually
don't
get a
know.
real
Well, we'll see.
Christmas. Well,
I
yeah,
did look ahead,
I'm
so,
sure you have something. But yeah. But
but
it's
I
yeah.
struggle. I don't wanna give somebody a participation award and say they're
No, that's
captain of
fair.
the week.
That is fair. Maybe the captain is us for watching it twice.
Yeah, I would agree. You're the captain of the week, Mike.
Worst of the week, walk the plank.
Uh, Jesus. It's it's that storyline, man. I gotta keep it real. It's that storyline. It's just
The
the
plant.
walk the plant storyline was
Walk the
just
plant.
walk the plant. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Just dumb.
I get it. I would say probably for me it was just what they did. Like the fact that Monica was 40 years old is just
Yeah, come on.
ridiculous.
They
And
don't know what
then
numbers are? Come on.
yeah, and then I just don't understand. I can't believe Pamela Sue Martin is that. Sometimes I
Bad.
think it's a direction sometimes.
We'll
'Cause
see when we watch Dynasty.
it's always like the attractive modelly type people that they have do that. Now maybe they're just all bad actors, but I can't imagine they all are
Barbie
in the
Benton
same
didn't have these
way.
problems, you know?
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, I would say my overall thesis here with the last 3 especially is like nothing has been egregiously bad, but
No.
I mean, we will talk about the Acapulco steeplechase, but that was good in a stupid, silly way.
Sure,
But
sure.
it's also got like the shorthand of, oh, it was ridiculous, but
Yeah.
it's like, that's not a great episode. Like,
No, no,
right.
not
It's
at
just,
all.
but for this season, it's like far and away the best thing
Yeah,
we've seen.
yeah, it's winning the Emmy, like, this
Yeah.
season.
And again, we're a third of the way done. Usually
That's
by now we have
crazy.
like, I think all of our winners came in the first 5 episodes.
Well,
So
and remember, Season of the Olds last year, we don't have a not that every season will, but there is no
there's no
running theme,
pattern.
there's no
No, there's
pattern,
not.
it's just
No, there's really not. I mean, to the fact where not only is it not a pattern, have we even really had that many good old people?
mm,
Like, it's like they spilled their bucket last season on
not
olds,
really.
so
Maybe it's purposeful this season. They're like, "Alright, we gotta
season of
lower
the
the"
indescribable.
Yeah, we don't want the, season of geriatric love, we want normal love, so
Yeah. No, anyway, it's been. I'm not mad at it
I'm a
again
little.
because
I'm a little.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed,
Oh, it's
but we'll
just
see.
you know what's weird too is you would think that by the time season 4 rolls around that we wouldn't have this.
You
Like,
think
it's a
you'd have a
formula,
formula,
like
right?
right, like, how do you
Well, and
gotta know you
again,
didn't have enough good
I,
storylines, like, all these things are preventable. I don't under did they not watch did they not edit this or watch this or
I already cannot remember all the storylines from the last 3 episodes, but I feel
no.
like if you took the 9 storylines,
Yeah,
there's like 7 C's. You know what I
100%.
mean? Like, they're just all kinda in that s even like the, uh, Isabel Sanford
Yeah,
is a silly storyline. It's
it's
a
a
higher
silly
level
storyline.
silly storyline, but it's
Sure,
and again, I
and
don't need
it
them
was fine, but it wasn't
I don't need them to try drama all the time, but
no.
sometimes what I enjoy out of this show is when they try so hard for drama. You
Yeah,
know,
but I
it's
think
like
the
so
contrast is important. If you have something silly, like you're saying, you gotta counterbalance that with
yeah.
something to take, I just think it has to work, and that's the whole point of having 3 stories. It's a balance.
Maybe the second trimester of this season will be better to us, but a tough a tough first 8, and of course, it doesn't help the fact that it was like 17 hours of Love Boat that we had to watch, so
Yeah. Yeah, that is true.
anyway, that's Totals and a Recap for this week.
Plugs for this week. Hidden Season Patreon, absolutely hammered. Whether you're cheering from the stands or tuning in from home, this is the podcast you need. Grab your favorite beverage and your Phillies pride and enjoy a weekly Phillies happy hour with Chris Jones, Justin Clue, and our very own Mike Robertson. Check out Absolutely Hammered on the Hitting Season Patreon. You can find us everywhere you find your audio podcast, Spotify, iTunes, etc., etc. Leave us a review. Um, Hit us with a subscribe too. Goes a long way. Um, Also, no email this week, but you can email us at the loveboat project at gmail.com. I did look ahead, Mike. Mm.
Excellent.
Next episode, we get 2 new potential stubby nominees.
You're
Uh,
deciding that already? Oh, the
well,
animals.
a parrot.
Sometimes
One is a parrot,
oh,
and
no.
one is another child stowaway. Last time this happened, blood was shared. So
No. Well, that has to be the Christmas
it
episode then.
has to be. There's the Magi right there. Also, in his first of 2 appearances on the Love Boat, Lieutenant Templeton Faceman Peck
Oh,
from the
wow.
A Team, Mr. Dirk Benedict.
Excellent.
We now have a reason to watch the A Team, which I'm super excited. I had all the toys. I'm pumped. Love the A
The
Team.
I hope Julie gets in there. I hope Julie
Oh,
gets
she
some
has
face.
to.
I don't want Julie getting howling mad. So
No, I don't want that either. I don't want that either.
although she'd go for Papard, to be fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. He'd be
I mean,
fine with
I'd
that.
go for Papard,
I
like, that'd
would
be
too. He's always
fine.
got black leather gloves on and a fat stogie in his mouth, and he loves it when a plan
So,
comes together.
I think my plan,
Yeah.
assuming there is some Christmas in this episode, my plan is to go Christmas hat, but not full regalia.
I'm gonna wait and see what the temperature is
That's
because it
fair. Like, if
is
it's heavy oh, you mean the temperature of the world, not the episode.
right, right. It can be a little limiting. I remember last year I was just by mid-episode, I was
Yeah.
drenched.
Our actual Christmas episode will be a lot easier to wear the full
Yes.
the full Christmas.
It's good. We get a
But
couple Christmases.
this is potentially our first Christmas episode since episode 11, which is wild to
We'll
think about,
see.
but,
We'll see.
and then, just a reminder, that comes out on Labor Day, so no better way to end your summer than starting your Christmas.
And
So
some start your Christmas with us. That's it, Mike. We did it. Episode 85 is in the books. Uh, Thanks as always. And until next time, ugh, right?
toodaloo!